He's legend. Yeah, he like the lead singer is fucking cool, man.
Skylar's the man.
Yeah,
that dude's great.
Man, I'm fucking fat. So I just started doing DDP yoga. So.
Oh, there you go.
It's about time. You're finally taking Andy Weinberg's advice.
Check it out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did it for 2 days. My back pain has gone down at least 20%.
It does stretch your spine out.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
When you do this, one drop to the side.
Yep.
Reach for the sky.
Yeah.
He said so many wrestling things too that if you didn't know, you would.
One's called table, and then you do broken table. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hey everyone, we are live with Tornado Attack podcast number 21.
Shit.
We are joined today, Austin in studio again.
About time.
And we got Mr. Collins, and it's his dad's birthday, everybody. So
wow.
Hey. And we found out during the interview with him and his dad that he is actually EC3. He's Eddie Collins III. Yeah. And
do we got to bring him up this early?
That's
Come on, he's a drunken fool on Monday nights now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's my thing. I think
how old is he now?
I don't know.
Did I get it before him? Probably. I think he's probably old.
He's about
technically you were EC3 before he was Derek Bateman.
34
then he was
or something.
Yeah.
I guess he became EC3 in like 2008.
So he's playing a drunk now, right? Like that's his thing.
I guess.
I don't even know. I don't think he knows at this point.
I think
he's been
like,
given no direction.
He was stuck in an elevator all Monday night. I mean, if that's your thing for all of Monday Night Raw, then so be it.
But every time you see him, he has a red cup.
Yeah, but he's like,
yeah.
So then he actually had a match for the first time in forever.
Did he? Wow.
I don't know if it was taped or if I think it was a house show or something.
Oh, maybe main event.
Yeah, main event.
Main
Nobody
event.
in the world
watches.
watches.
And you know how it used to be like,
yeah,
like he was just like,
you do that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He just come out with the cup like last call.
And he just walks out like he doesn't give a shit anymore.
I mean,
he's just so
he probably doesn't.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you saw his post on
Remember,
Instagram and Twitter, I mean, he basically said, "When your future isn't worth it."
Yeah. But we should this a while ago. But if you're here and you're enjoying the show, hit that like, subscribe button, help us out.
Already.
I know 4 viewers.
Wow. That's all Eddie's people.
But going back to what you're saying with DDP Yoga, when he was at the Reading Phillies game a couple of years back, I actually got there early enough that you could actually do DDP Yoga on the field with him. Like he was leading the group. There was like 100 people in the outfield just doing DDP Yoga.
I'm two workouts into it. Last night I was really tired. We went really long, and I was like, you know what, like. I want to go to bed, but I'm going to do it. Like and the workout I'm doing now is just called Energy.
Yeah.
And it's a 22-minute workout. So if you can't,
can you find it on YouTube or do you have to?
I purchased
If it's on YouTube, it probably gets taken down. So
there's an app too for like you can download it on your phone, but I think you're paying like $20-some monthly for it.
That's really not that bad.
It's not. It's honestly.
There's probably a torrent of it somewhere.
It's good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I'm a big fan.
I did for a while.
That's something
I'll be honest.
There's a bunch of exercises.
I was sore. Like I'm sore today, but I literally feel like my chest and arms gonna work out because when you do the resistance and you're literally like if you just try to flex all your muscles,
DR punches.
Yeah, your heart rate jacks up like it's crazy.
Yeah, he tells you to wear heart monitors.
Yeah, I bought one.
It's definitely something I want to look into because like a touring schedule and shit like that, like your body takes.
You guys can do it on the bus.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
And what's nice is like everyone in the band has a Planet Fitness Black card, so like instead of like paying for a room or something like that, we'll sleep in the Sprinter in the parking lot and then go in to Planet Fitness in the morning, like work out, get a shower, and dip. So that's actually something that would like. If I can just go in with like an app or something and do some yoga for like
you can download the app, you get all the workouts, and then you get live workouts. So like say, hey, we go live at this time, you can do a live workout with them, and then it gives you their full meal plan and a really
if you want to follow it totally, there's all kinds of stuff.
And there's like a meal tracker. Like he'll be like, hey, this is a recipe you can follow. You could try to eat this. You could track your weight. You could track everything on the app. Like
he
the app
encourages you to actually follow the meal tracker if you're going to be doing like the set schedules. For the $20 a month, you get his meal planner for a month or 2 months or whatever it is.
There's a bunch. There's that Red Hot Core, and then there's like Energy, the Diamond Dozen. There's like 6 or so exercises.
Yeah, I support all day long. I definitely, especially for me, like I have really bad joint pain, and working out for me is just not a thing. And it's just just like the high resistance, lifting weights, just tough on your joints. My joints are already beat up. There's no impact on this on your body at all. like when you're doing it and you're trying to balance yourself on your knee, you could feel the scar tissue breaking up in your knees and your lower back, and that just that stuff that just causes pain and discomfort. Like, and you feel good the next day. Like,
definitely want to look into it.
Yeah, and I'm only 2 in, and you know what I mean. Like,
I don't understand why yoga had such a negative like stigma against it. Like yoga's so good.
Yeah.
Next week, Tornado Tag podcast reviewing DDP yoga.
I never thought I would want to learn how to do yoga.
Yeah,
DDP.
Right. It always seemed like hoity-toity.
And here's the thing too, like even as a wrestling fan, like DDP he added 10 to 15 years onto 5 or 6 superstars that we idolize.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and just as a human being, even if I never did that workout, I had no problem paying for that because he wasn't a part of mine. I was not a WCW guy. Mm-hmm. But he kept Jake the Snake alive. Like he kept
he brought Jericho
Scott
back.
Hall.
I was just about to say Jericho.
Mick Foley looks better than ever. Like there's so many.
Great.
Yeah, there's so many people that are on his program now that it's working. Like, so it's I support that dude. I love DDP to death. Like,
and if you're struggling, they encourage you go talk to Dallas.
Yeah,
let them help you out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And like I said, and the workout you can modify it. You don't have to do what they're doing.
Yeah, he even says that,
and he shows you
says,
during
do your own way.
like,
if you can't, that's fine.
Yeah,
says,
he goes just
make the workout your own.
If you watch that video of the paratrooper, the guy who was like 400 pounds, and he was walking with crutches, and they said he'll never walk unassisted ever again. And by the end of the video, he's running down the street. Fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Good for him. You know what I mean? Like, it's good stuff. But real quick, just want to get the stuff out of the way. So like and subscribe if you're here. We do have a lot of cool stuff. We interview coming out tomorrow with Roger Webby. He is the Martian material guy across from the wheel. Awesome, fun interview. Cool. You learn a lot about that guy and the stuff he's doing. And then we did our announcement where we Skookstock. We announced our headliner. We got Crowbot.
Yeah.
And,
wearing the Young Bucks shirt.
Yeah. And I said to them, if Eddie's not playing, we don't want you. So go home. No.
And I said, fine, we're coming.
So let's get in there real quick. What was your guys' big thing that made you guys want to play this show?
I think it's just because it's a home show.
Yeah.
You know? And it's the album release. It's one of 4 album release shows, and like just to be able to play for,
in front of friends and family,
and people that have supported the band for years. It's gonna be a huge thing.
And that's the biggest thing, and that's a huge reason why the bands that are on that venue are on that venue, because I go to a lot of shows.
They're all from the area, right?
They are.
Yeah.
And I've been going to a lot of shows, and a big thing for me is I truly loved that when a band is on stage, the other members of the bands who are not playing are right up front supporting the guys on stage.
Watching from the side, watching from the side of stage.
That's something that resonates with me. So if you're gonna literally not just go out there and do your thing, but you're gonna support others, that says a lot for you, who you are as a character and who you are as a band. So when I had the opportunity to pick these bands, they were the ones I was looking for. There was 2 other bands, I'll spoil it here, that we wanted to have on that show as well.
Anthrax and Megadeth.
I wanted Flatline, and I wanted No Rain Checks. Yeah. Flatline, they couldn't do it. They had I think one of their members is on vacation or something was going on there. And same with you guys, your drummer's not there.
That and it's the weekend right before school starts.
Yeah, before school. Yeah,
tough.
You'll be long gone by then.
So you can hang out for the night. We'll get you home.
We tried that last time.
Yeah,
the last time we tried that, it was like 4 a.m. I want to go home.
I want to go home.
We'll get you back to Temple. It might be the next day, but we will get you to Temple. But yeah, that's the big thing, man. I just wanted that support. I wanted that local support. And then when it all came about, I mean, Bishop even said, he goes, dude, I want to play on that show. Like Crowbar, like you guys, like they wanted to be just as part of it as the guys who were part of it. And these 6 bands verbally agreed to this show before even knowing that Crowbot was a part of it. And then once they found out, they're like, this is awesome. Yeah. It's just like a homecoming. Like they're home. Crowbot's home. Like
it's cool. And I love every single band that's playing the show too, which is awesome. Even when I was singing with Japan 4 and we would start our set one night and I'd see Tyler and Dylan from Bad Maggie. Just like, and like this is before like I really even knew who they were, but they were at every single show. Like if they weren't playing, they were there. And it was just like, just from seeing their faces, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then they turned out to be 2 of my favorite people in this.
I love Tyler.
Will you be pulling double duty that night?
I don't know. I think Liam and Dan will be singing that night.
And I just found out something today. Somebody was not supposed to be there because he had some arrangements when it comes to doing video work. But Danger will be there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, so Danger actually his booking opened up, so Danger will be, which is super happy for me because that's another dude from the area that I just like. I want him to be there.
One of my favorite people too.
I love Danger.
I've gotten the chance to like really get to know him over
Same
the
here.
past like 2 years or so, and like
mine was a lot less time. We sat down and did the interview and we talked, and the cameras went off and we talked for another hour and a half.
Wow.
It was good.
Such a good dude, genuinely good dude.
100%. I would.
Came from a small town.
If I had a bigger
town like Pottsville,
yeah.
and now he's back in New York in that small town again. Like
he's
humble.
Daughter,
he's extremely humble.
Oh, yeah.
If I had a daughter, I would want her to marry my dad.
Let's not get carried away.
I'm just saying that's it. I'm just saying if I was older and had a daughter, that would be the type of dude that I would want. Like I'm just serious. He's just that like he's a good dude. Like 100%.
Definitely agree.
Tony's enjoying his new chalice.
So if Danger's ever like dating your sister, don't get upset. He's a great guy.
Throw his name in my wrestling league that I'm making with Butch Blackwell.
Yeah. So
Ted Hazard.
He gets all these really cool names of people interview, and he's like, man, they're really good wrestling names.
Yeah.
Like my uncle Butch Blackwell, Scott Sharp. We call him Sour Sharp. Mike Danger, Ted Hazard,
and who's the one the other day? There's somebody else too.
I forget.
Oh, we'll come there.
Ted and Mike would be a good tag team.
Yeah.
Ted Hazard,
well, we do
Hazardous Danger.
Yeah, we do. I mean, our main focus of this podcast is the IWEP, which already sounds like
a wrestling
international wrestling.
If we could just find an artist who would just hook us up and just draw like funny, like every guy could have his own wrestling character. We could have like an IWEP like federation and have like a little comic book going. That'd be funny, yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. So yeah, Skook Stocks tickets are on sale now. Go grab them. Like I said,
how can you find tickets?
You can go on the events. So go on Facebook and search Skook Stock, or you can go to bigticket.com and search Skook Stock.
Okay.
And you can go on there. They're $25 a ticket. You're getting 8 bands. There is one more band we're going to announce.
Ooh, wow.
I can't say who the band is, but I'm telling you, it's Crowbot level band.
And what if people just want to come and hang out?
What do you mean?
The other ticket.
That's not just a hangout ticket that you're still paying for the event. But if you want to come and be a good person and make sure people get there safe and get home safe and be a DD, we do have a DD ticket. That is a $20 ticket, and you get a free event T-shirt on site that day.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
that's such a cool incentive for people that are gonna drive.
Because
people that don't drink can get that. You know, look at that.
Yeah, exactly. If you're,
because I'm not gonna buy no beer anyway.
If you have no option to. I would like to, like, if you're gonna go, do the $25 ticket because you're paying. But if you were like, hey, I'm going to bring 5 people in my car, I mean, there's obviously a loophole, but you know what I mean. But like that, it's more or less
yourself that shirt,
help.
Man.
Yeah, help people. But the shirts will be on sale.
That's awesome.
We're gonna have shirts being printed that day. Like we're gonna have a T-shirt machine making shirts right off the press. Yeah.
Cool.
Are you gonna have the podcast shirts?
I won't. The only problem is to get them a bunch made at one shot.
It costs.
So if anybody wants a shirt, they can message me and I can get you your size and you can PayPal me the money and I will have it for you that day of the event. We can do something like that.
There you go.
Yeah. So if you want any podcast shirt, you let me know. Let me know this what show you want. It is a $20 shirt and a $40 hoodie. It's up to you, whatever you want, and we'll work something out.
Except for the Tornado Mania shirt, that's a limited edition.
Yeah,
do you still have that?
I can get you one.
Okay. You can get me one.
If you want a tornado one, they're $25 though.
I don't care.
He's ready for it.
If we get you a Tornado Mania shirt, we have to see it on stage at least once.
That's
what happened.
I mean, that's a cool thing with Eddie too, because Eddie's a lot like me, where his T-shirt, like you put thought into your T-shirt in the morning.
I would
kind of,
especially if I was going on stage. There would be thought. I would just grab any shirt.
I'm just gonna be honest, but he wore a Look Alive shirt during a Crowbot show. And
that was the biggest show we played too, and I was like,
they were stoked.
Yeah, dude, I remember when, going out that day. I was like, I'm like, what the fuck do I want to wear? And then like I was going through my bag and I saw it and I was like, they were pumped. Like you made their day. That's like awesome. They went online. They said like, and there was a picture like Crowbot playing here, and there's fucking Eddie playing bass, and he's wearing the eyeballs are staring right. And it was so cool because I was like, there was so many thousands of people there, and it was just like for me, it was such a surreal kind of experience too. And I'm like, well, I'm going to support my friends however I can. Right. And then like, so we were on like the second main stage, and then there was like the actual like main stage was like across the way, and you can see it. And there's like the big screens on the side and stuff. So we're playing and they're broadcasting a set on that stage. So like every once in a while, I kind of just like look up and look over, and there's like me on this like screen, and then like I can see the shirt and stuff too. I'm like, this is so wild.
Yeah,
like, this is insane.
I know we're not talking wrestling yet, so if you're here for a wrestling show, I do apologize.
We'll
but
get to it.
We got Eddie home, and I'm excited. But
what was your favorite tour stop? Period.
Oh man,
Not just the show, like the stop after, like the food, the place, like the nostalgia factor.
How about scratch that? Tell us the story that happened at the Viper Room.
I was actually gonna say LA was probably my favorite, just because like I've been there before, but I never got to play a show there.
Right.
So yeah, I'll try to make it quick. So
no rush. We're not in a rush.
We get there and we get to the venue, we load in, do our sound check and stuff, and we're like, oh, let's go see what's going on. So we go up to the Rainbow Room to hang out for a little bit and get some food and just meet with some people. And like that was cool because like the big Lemmy statue's there and like his seat is at the bar and
That's
they had
cool.
like a little like plaque there. It says like Lemmy's seat or whatever.
Awesome.
And it was just like really cool to see that. So we go back, we play the show. It was great. Bunch of like friends from Pottsville and stuff came out because like my buddy Evan lives out there now. Our buddy Nick, he came out. He runs a clothing company.
Any big names in the crowd that night? Because usually the Viper Room has one or two. Sometimes you sneak in.
There
there
were some people from some bands that like we knew, but like nobody really
like big actors.
Yeah, nah. I'm pretty sure River Phoenix's ghost was there. I felt his presence. But so like we play the show, it was cool. Our buddies and his Legend were playing at the Whiskey, which is like right up the street and on the corner, like kind of catty corner from each other. So they played up there. They had an awesome show, and unfortunately they got robbed after the show. And Bishop's the one that found it. He was walking up to the Rainbow to go meet with people, and he like walked across the street to see if they were there. And noticed there was glass all over and stuff. And a bunch of their bags got stolen. So we were all just bummed. Like we were all like hanging out, just bummed for those dudes because you'd never want to see that shit happen. And so we're all like regrouped. We got in the Sprinter and we were about to pull out. Like we were getting ready to turn it on and talking, and we just hear this giant bang, and we're like, "What the hell was that?" So like we look out and like right in front of us, there's this accident. This dude just like plowed right into the back of another guy, and we're like, "Whoa." And then we get out, and Brandon's like, "That's Ron Jeremy." We're like, "No way." And he's like, "No, that's definitely Ron Jeremy." He's like, "I can tell by the way he's walking." He's like, "We've seen him at so many festivals and stuff." And it was Ron Jeremy.
He watched Ron Jeremy rear end someone live.
Yeah, like, in person. It was kind of incredible. But like, so
caused a lot of damage.
Yeah. So we went over and we helped him out. We like his car was totaled.
Yeah.
So we pushed him off to the side of the road and like made sure he was good. And then we got him to the gas station down by the Whiskey. And we were walking.
Jump in, Ron.
Yeah, and we were walking back to the Sprinter, and everyone was like kind of quiet, like giggling a little bit. And then we get in the van, and Trevor was like, "Ron Jeremy." Like, can you believe it? It was like this like crazy Twilight Zone thing. So like before we got in, I ran back and I grabbed a piece of his headlight. I'm like, "I'm taking this with me." But that was insane. That was the most crazy tour story I've ever had.
Wow, that is pretty good.
Yeah, it was, and the band you play with, man. The Chameleon. The Chameleon was so much fucking fun, man. Just just looking out and seeing everybody from our area there supporting. It was awesome, man. And just seeing you on stage, like, dude, I'm super proud of you. Like that tour, you deserve that shit, man.
Thanks, man.
Like
It means a lot.
I got your pick. I'm really pumped about it.
Hell yeah.
I got your pick. It's actually on my desk at work. I have my little my Ed Dye shirt. My Ed Dye. Yeah. But it was such a cool thing, man. And we were all definitely rooting for you and watching the whole time and keeping track of everything. But we will do one more tour story because it is wrestling related.
Oh God!
Macho Man Randy Savage showed up.
Yeah, he did. He came back from the dead.
I was gonna say, how'd you pull that one off?
Yeah.
He came back from the dead and he sang a song with us in San Diego. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
He came out and threw a bunch of Slim Jims into the crowd, and then he sang Thunder Kiss from Rob Zombie.
Yeah, Thunder 65, which was the ECW entrance theme years ago. Yeah, when the show used to come on.
Yeah, but Brandon, spoiler, it was Brandon.
What?
Yeah.
What? You mean Macho Man didn't come back from the dead?
Kayfabe's dead?
Yeah. Huge props to Brandon because you do Macho Man's voice for 15 minutes and you're like, I need to take
especially
a break.
singing the song like that.
Full voice.
Yeah.
And Brandon's
That was
voice
cool.
is fucking powerful.
The best thing about it was he came out and he cut a promo before he went
That's awesome.
into it, dude. He cut an entire promo just talking shit on Rob Zombie. And it's funny because we were talking to a guy that works with Crowbot that also works with like John 5 and stuff, and he's like, I really wanted to send the video of that to John 5 because I think he would really like it and find it funny, but he's like, But then you'd probably send it to Rob, and Rob really doesn't have a sense of humor. So
I think he does. I think Rob does.
But we think it would be
Fuck
hilarious.
him.
I think it would be great. Can you imagine like starting this feud with Rob Zombie and like,
Crowbot
Brandon
versus
Macho
Rob
Man?
Zombie?
Yeah, but how much attention that would bring?
Yeah,
Gotta
just-
get it trending.
It would be so funny to like
Yeah.
have Brandon like cut promos like every week or something, put them online, like calling out Zombie and stuff, and just like about how much better you
Gotta
can
remember
sing
the
his
last time that
songs.
happened though, Rob Zombie actually showed up on Monday Night Raw.
And Rob Zombie showed up at a Crowbot show and challenged him. Or
Yeah.
something. Like, I think it would be
Yeah.
amazing.
It would be. I think Rob Zombie has more of a sense of humor than he gets credit for. But
He's a tall, skinny guy.
yeah, he's and if he brings his wife, I want to be there because she's amazing. But yeah, man, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, when Brandon we were talking a little bit like wrestling stuff. When Brandon was, waiting for the birth of his little girl, we were talking about wrestling names and stuff we could name her, and we got out of control.
Miss Elizabeth?
Yeah, it was just so many. It was just so many insane names. Like, what if we have twins and we're like it's Hawk and Animal? Like, yeah, like this. We went on for hours, but
That's awesome.
Doug and Danny.
yeah,
Oh,
it
God.
was just so much fun, man.
I told you about my wedding idea, right?
No.
If I ever get married, hopefully I get
Oh
married.
boy.
But what I want is like I want to be dressed up as Mankind, and then like my best man will be Dude Love, and then like
That's
the other
awesome.
groomsmen will be
Cactus
like
Jack.
Cactus Jack.
Well, if
And
you
then we'll just have a
marry
big full
your amazing girl now, she's a huge wrestling
she's
fan.
already in on it.
She would love
she's
it.
totally good.
There you go. That's the
So
hardest part.
So what I want to happen though is like, so I'm gonna stand there with the hardcore championship, and like we're gonna be like saying our vows, and everything's going awesome. And then Spike Dudley comes out of nowhere and hits me with a chair, pins me, takes the title, and steals my wife and runs off. So then like I have to cut a promo after that and be like, everybody's got to come back tomorrow night. And then like so like everyone comes back the next night and there's a ring, and then I fight Spike Dudley and then get my title and my wife back, and it's just gonna be awesome.
For $200, you can probably get Spike.
Yeah.
Dude, exactly. That's what I said. I'm gonna call him up and be like,
$200
dude,
in a bag of weed.
Yeah.
You got Spike Dudley.
And all the beer and stuff. Shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey man, can
And
you
you
like
put-
come?
you
hit
put
me
it
with
on
a chair.
You put her on your shoulder and be like, she still loves him.
I'm just like, I guarantee I can hit him up and
Yeah.
be like, hey man, I'll feed you and I'll put you up and I'll give you $200 if
And
you come to my
booze, yeah,
wedding.
he'll do it.
Yeah, just come to my wedding and hit me with a chair. And then hopefully I can get somebody.
You might
to,
want to
like-
reiterate where you want him to hit you with said chair.
I think he'll take it easy if you give him all that.
Yeah.
Spike Dudley. I watched a video of him, just the awful things they did to him, and like,
It was mainly Mike Awesome.
oh my god,
I'm Bam Bam.
even in like WWE, they beat the hell out of him.
Dude, that video, every time I see the video of him getting like power bombed to the outside of the
Yeah,
ring,
missing the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Where he misses because his ankles catch the
yeah,
rope.
dude,
Disgusting.
It goes through me every time.
I don't know how he should be paralyzed.
He should be dead.
He took a lot of crazy.
Did you ever hear the
Yeah.
story of Shane, Bubba, and Spike on the road together?
No.
Bubba told it. I told it before, but Bubba, Shane, and Spike are riding together, and this is back before Shane left, so early 2000s.
Shane Douglas?
No, Shane McMahon.
Okay, that's
So
some-
it's
some
like
context.
3 in the morning.
Romance, pal.
No, Shane McMahon. So it's like 3 in the morning. They're all riding the road together, and Shane's like, "I'm gonna call Vince. Let's call Vince." And but Bubba's telling the story. Bubba's like, "No, let's not call your dad. It's 3 o'clock in the
that
morning."
was on the what's that show called where they do the
TMZ.
cartoon? No,
Or
they
a
did-
ride along.
Yeah,
Or
not right along the cartoon one.
the
Story time.
bedtime
Oh
story
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But they're all riding together, and Shane's like, "I'm calling Vince. He's awake anyways. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't sleep." And hey, Pop, what's up? And Bubba's like, "Yeah, you didn't call your dad." Hands Bubba the phone. Hey, Vince, what's going on?
Vince.
He's like, "Bubba wants to talk to you." Hey, Vince, what's going on? They start shooting the shit for like 5 minutes. And Bubba's just trying to get off the phone. He's like, "Here, Spike wants to talk to you." "Spike, it's Vince." He's like, "Yeah, right, man. It ain't Vince." "Hey, man, you got some kind, bud?"
Ooh.
"Hello, Spike." Throws the phone off the windshield and shatters Shane's phone.
That's awesome.
All right, so we're gonna wrap through this trash fire that we call Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I don't have the notes for Raw SmackDown.
I mean, we saw Ricochet and
Well, hold on. I just
Charlotte
want to put in perspective. So when people go back and say, "Oh, you guys are just shitting on it for no reason," it starts off with a promo. Then we got a squash match, which was less than 2 minutes. So I don't even consider it a match. I'm not even putting it as a said match.
Shot match, yeah.
It was a Lars Sullivan
I hate
squash.
Lars Sullivan.
Yeah. Then we
I
got
think there's nothing
we got
there.
another promo, which is the 24/7. Then we got a Seth Becky backstage,
Yeah,
their
same, yeah.
boyfriend and girlfriend, which is insane because not everyone reads insider reports.
Yeah.
So-
So you wouldn't. How would you know that if you don't?
Exactly.
Right. Just to go back, you already covered about how just god awful and ugly the 24/7.
It's a very
Yeah.
ugly belt,
Yeah.
but our truth
Thank
is
God.
carrying it well.
I enjoy the belt.
The best
because
person.
it's a gold.
I mean,
plate,
it's
and I will always
an
like a
ode
gold
to
plate.
Crash Holly, if anything.
I think it's ugly.
Yeah,
Very
I
ugly.
would,
It should be at least be a clock with hands, and, and then the side plate should be 24/7.
I would call it a Crash Holly
digital
title.
font.
I would have called the Crash Holly.
I would have.
I wish they
I would have
would've
gone that far.
I wish they would have just brought back the old hardcore title.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Then we get
Hardcore title, make it 24/7 again, and have fun.
Yeah, we got the Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans promo. Then we get the Alexa Bliss cross promo, and then you get another promo, which is actually one of the better promos of the night when Miz did the Miz TV with Samoa Joe, and he goes, "Well, I talk about your family," and then Braun Strowman's like, "Why are you talking about my family?" Like, it was actually a decent promo, and it set up a decent 6-man tag.
How far are we in now? 45 minutes.
We're almost an hour into the show, and we get our first legit 6-man tag match between Samoa Joe, The Miz, and Ricochet versus Cesaro, Baron Corbin. Samoa Joe and Bobby Lashley, which was a decent match. The end of the match was kind of sketchy because Cesaro took a 630.
He's okay. Meltzer said he's okay.
On his thigh,
Ooh.
and when it hit his thigh, his ankle, like his heel stuck the mat, and his knee and thigh bent.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cesaro, if it was a sell, he sold it because even Ricochet kept looking over and the referee, it was ugly. Yeah, he took the 630 and he tweaked a little bit and he landed all on the thigh and it looked like he tweaked his knee. Then we get a Baron Corbin promo.
Hang on, before we move on there. Let's just point out that they promised change, and once again, for like the 8th week in a row, we have Ricochet and Cesaro in some sort of
match. The fans
match.
are in charge, remember that?
Yeah. Fans are in
the
charge.
fans are totally calling the matches.
Then we get another promo. Then we get our second match of the night, which, by the way, is another tag match, which is Alexa Bliss, Lacey Evans beating Bayley and
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross was in the corner of Alexa Bliss. Bayley's partner, I think, was Becky Lynch.
I
don't remember. It was that forgettable. But Lacey Evans knocks out
It's
Becky
like
Lynch
the same
and
20
wins.
people that they're focused on those shows now.
Yep. Then we get another promo, and then another promo, and then another promo, and then we get another tag match, which is the Iconics versus some jobbers.
That was 1
And yet
minute.
they have not defended their titles yet either.
Lacey
They haven't
Lace,
defended.
Lacey Lace, and the other girl's name was Mia,
And the other girl never got in the ring.
Or Ia. Her name rhymed. Yeah.
Yeah, never got in the ring. Then we got another promo, and then we get a 3-way tag match for the title. We finally get our tag team champions on TV. That match was actually decent, but now every single match we've had on TV has been a tag match. Even handicap match is still a tag match.
Yeah.
Right.
So every match has been tag.
It's not like they don't have people.
Yeah,
They have
and then we
300
got
people.
we
do you
got
think do you think they feel like these people can't just take it on their own? Like,
No
do you think
idea.
that, that's why there's so many tag matches now.
Yeah.
Like, do you
I
think
don't. It makes no sense.
it's strange. And then we get the 24/7 thing wraps up.
They come out of the elevator.
Then we get the Bray Wyatt
gets
skit,
away.
which was awesome.
That's probably the best part of
Yeah.
it.
Brought to you by Ramblin' Rabbits.
Yeah, he squishes
Remains.
the bunny and eats his guts. And then we end the night with Seth versus KO with Sami Zayn.
Sammy was a good guest rep.
It was fun.
Yeah, but they pushed it way
By
too
that
hard.
time, you're just thinking.
You're over it.
Like I can't put up a 3-hour Raw no more.
5 matches.
Yeah.
And 2 of the 5 matches were squash matches.
And plus, it's like 3 hours, maybe.
And your main event meant nothing because it was a skit because you had a special guest
And
referee.
you get maybe an hour and a half of wrestling.
Was
not even.
Not even.
I don't think an hour.
Had
That's such a
Ryder and
slap.
Hawkins defended the title yet? Was that their first
They
defense?
lost it, right?
That was their second title defense.
Who was their first against?
Did they lose it?
The next week they defended
Yeah, they
again.
lost
Or no,
to,
they
Revival.
defended 4 times. They defended 3 times against Revival, beat them 3 times. Now they lost.
Let me tell you something. Both of them are terrible. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know about SmackDown.
They should be happy to have a
but
job.
I got 4 promos in and I was over it. I turned it
So
off.
SmackDown won 45 minutes before there was a match.
Again,
An hour or a half hour of the mid segment. I don't need a half hour.
And the main event was like 35 minutes because I was on the treadmill at the gym watching the
And it
main
was
event
the
with
same
6-man
people.
tag.
Like you have 300 people on the roster.
so
the same
the
people
wild
doing
card
both
role turned into we just need more of an excuse to ride our top
shows. To put Roman
6 guys.
and Becky on both shows.
My
And
whole
Seth.
theory on the product right now is that they're taking a rest. They're giving all of their performers a rest up until the Fox deal. I think that's what they're going for. I think they just want to give all of their talent.
That would
away.
make sense.
You're going to
Before-
alienate your fans and your
Yeah.
crowd before that happens.
But there's a
Right.
bunch of mid card and lesser guys that are doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right, but as soon as
So
that
you're resting the
switch-
wrong people.
Yeah.
So do you
Right.
think they're just going to come out swinging?
Yes,
Fox
that's
deal?
exactly what I think is going to happen.
But if you're that's a good theory, but in the same token, they're resting guys they're not using anyway,
Cedric
I
Alexander.
get it,
and they're
though.
writing
Cedric
harder.
Alexander can go 45 minutes and put it on a fantastic
However,
match.
They're writing the top guys, which is risking injury. So when you do finally go main roster and you're going to battle with the top guys of your company, you just rode the hell out of your top superstars for the past 4 months.
See, I can see where you're coming from though, because if you're just keeping them primed for that, like, okay, yeah, they're getting a lot of time on the mic, they're trying to get their promos up and get everything kind of rolling a little more, and they're keeping them fresh, but they're not putting them in these like crazy matches.
Exactly.
Where, they're
Like,
gonna be.
They're not being overused,
Yeah.
and wrestling right now is a whole lot of acting, or not wrestling, but WWE with SmackDown and Raw.
It's crazy because NXT will put a match on and do zero to little promo and still.
But
You
that's
sure
why
about that? Because one of your favorite guys in NXT cuts like a 45-minute promo before he even wrestles.
Oh,
Velveteen Dream.
and on a pay per view,
Man, he
Oh no, not in a pay-per-view, but he'll come out and cut like a 20-minute promo on stage and be like, "Oh yeah, you ain't even in the Dreams League."
I don't watch NXT.
I really
I just watch
the Elite
takeovers
too much.
If you wanted to cut promos all Raw and all SmackDown, call the Dream Up. He'll cut a promo before he even wrestles.
And that's
See, but
what-
I would watch him though. Like
Right,
I would
100%.
watch him cut promos.
And I kind of think that's what they're doing. Like the people that we're not seeing on TV right now probably can't cut a promo very well.
Some of them on TV
Like-
can't cut a promo.
Right.
Bobby Lashley.
That's very true. But like a guy like Apollo Crews, Ricochet really can't even.
No, Ricochet's terrible.
I don't
He did
think
one in New
Ricochet-
Japan that one time. Like, oh, shut up.
He should not have been called up.
shut up.
I think he could
He's
have
an
been
amazing talent.
NXT
though.
champion. If they were doing it.
Exactly. Like the
Yeah.
War Raiders never got to defend their titles. Like there were so many
And
people.
where-
who
And
were
where have they
called up.
been?
Yeah.
They're in the 50-man.
How about AOP came back for the 50-man Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're healthy again, which means they're going to show up and job out and potentially become
What a
Raw
waste.
Tag Team Champions again.
They did a really cool spot with him. in the
Really,
50-man.
I don't have the plugged in.
I do love watching Ricochet though.
Oh
He
my
scares
God,
the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
it looks like he's gonna break his neck or something.
Every time.
The last couple 630s have been real sketchy.
Yep.
I mean,
sells too well.
WWE is definitely going to look into, okay, are we just going to have him start doing the shooting star in the 450? Because it appears that the 630 is getting a
He can
little
do
too
the
much.
Kiwi Crusher.
Yeah,
for a
he don't
while.
have to do the 630 all the time.
Just like Osprey. Osprey doesn't beat people with high flying moves anymore. He does the Oz Cutter and
They did that running back elbow to win the
Hidden
Jimmy
Blade,
Heavyweight title.
Awesome.
which I'm like, it's okay. I don't really like that, but he does a bunch of other cool
It's
stuff. I'm like,
effective.
all right.
It's effective.
When
in
he
that
did it to
sense.
Coda, though, I thought Coda was dead.
I thought Coda was dead when he took that German suplex.
Did you see his
And then he took a reverse run off the top.
Yeah,
Like,
he got his eye was all swelled up. He said that his vision might be messed up now.
Really?
He's like, yeah, I just seen the article,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me.
and
at
I was like,
all.
he takes insane. He's gonna kill himself. He's like
Yeah.
Takahashi.
Yeah.
So we agree that both Raw and SmackDown were horrible. We'll kind of fly through this now. The
No, I don't know. You know how there's people that are so like fanboys of WWE. How can you defend it? Really? I mean, there's some good stuff, but
I'm
few and
one
far
of those
between.
guys. I try to defend it the best I can. I can't.
It's
Like,
hard
yeah.
to defend a bad product.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
Seth's a great wrestler, but when he comes out and does shit, it's like,
on the rating scale, Raw was definitely Rawful. Through and through, Rawful.
I'm nervous about where the product's about to go.
Super Showdown.
SmackDown was
Did
more
anything-
smack bang in the
super
middle.
shit down.
Oh
Did
my
anything
God.
showcase there besides the Finn Balor match? I heard it stole the show.
Finn Balor is
Yeah.
good. I watched the first 3 matches. I think it was the first 3 matches. Then I went to work and then I came home and watched the Taker and Goldberg match. And
Debacle.
I wish I wouldn't watch
I mean, realistically, looking back at it now, can you really argue the fact that they put a dude who's been in NXT for a hot minute to win the Rumble just because he's from Saudi Arabia?
He's good though. I really like.
He's
him.
good.
And
I've
he's
never
got
seen
a
him
really.
wrestle.
He's got a huge following.
but they like him there, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Now,
but
Here's
People
my
like him
only
in America.
here's
though.
my only defense.
everywhere else aside of Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
Here's my only defense that I will give to the Saudi Arabia show. And people are like, they shouldn't be there. It should be. Now I know maybe I'm drinking the WWE Kool-Aid, but when I did watch a little bit of the show that I did watch, and I do watch the highlights of it, to me as a kid, like growing up, when they would show up in a gymnasium and put a show on, that meant absolutely nothing. But for me as a kid being there, it meant something to me. When you're in the Saudi Arabia show, yes, they're doing it for a dictator or doing it for the wrong government, but there's still fans in that arena that love the product. And at the end of the day, like the superstars can sit there and say, we don't want to be there because there's countries that look at our politics now and say that's a shitty country. And if they sit there and boycotted everything, did not come here and support us, like New Japan could have turned around and said, oh, because of this visa thing, we'll never really come to you. But they're still doing it for the fans.
Yeah.
Japan may not agree with our politics and agree with our president, just like we don't agree with Saudi Arabia. But there was a group of fans there and a group of kids who have probably a shitty country and living through dog shit, and if that's their only happiness,
yeah, they don't deserve to be punished.
Exactly.
And I think it's another step further. They're trying to inspire change.
Yeah,
like that's the whole.
They flew 2 women over,
right,
and tried to get a match there. So there is some positivity to it,
and at least they gave it an effort.
Yes.
Right. You know? And just
when Mansoor won that match, there was a moment right after where him and Mustafa Ali like fist bumped or
that's
something.
awesome.
And like that's the kind of stuff that needs to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just to show the two cultures that don't see eye to eye whatsoever can come together for a higher purpose to raise the morale of
unless
the country.
you're Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
it's kind of.
I mean, they won't.
I was just gonna say
that just needs to. You need to let it go. I mean, it's not him. Just because your country and another
how would
country
you
doesn't
like
see
it
eye
if
to
they
eye.
said we don't like your race, you can't come here?
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And it's a
Let's be
shitty
honest.
thing, but in today's society, we can't look at it that way anymore. I mean,
You have to.
the world is.
If I was running a show and said I don't want black people on it, that's not good.
It's not good.
No.
Yeah.
Here was my thought in the military. Why are we fighting a war?
Well, yeah, I
after
understand that,
9/11 happened, granted, we were done over with when we were in there. But when my friends are getting shipped over there, I'm like, why are we going over there to stop people from shooting each other?
Yeah.
Now they're going to shoot at us because we're just trying to stop them from shooting each other. They want to shoot each other, let them shoot each other. But at the same time, Americans were dying because their race just couldn't get along with each other.
Yeah.
But it is what it
and
is.
there's no reason we have to be the peacemakers.
No,
Right.
100%.
No,
but
no.
Team America.
It's just trying to get that oil.
that's my only gripe
Trying to get
that
that
I want.
oil.
I hope people see that side of it, and maybe I'm wrong or a snowflake.
I mean,
for
that is
thinking
good.
that way.
It's good for the fans.
It
you know?
is.
If there's any positives from it, the production was awesome. The
Yeah.
set was great.
Yeah.
Like
They always have great production. WWE.
yeah,
They always do.
That was the shining.
It's just most of the matches were
So-
terrible.
Not to mention there was actually 51 people in the Rumble.
Well, they
Yes.
fucked up. They put an extra guy in.
Oh
So
god.
so talking to a lot of people, and they said, Taker versus Goldberg, and the way they promote it is it's a dream match. It's a fantasy booking.
Yeah.
20
That-
years too late.
That's
15 years.
That's going to be our topic
2002.
in a minute here. Is going to be our dream bookings.
How about not to interrupt you, but Triple H and Randy Orton went 25 minutes.
yeah.
That's incredible.
And he took a loss.
Two guys in
Mhm.
there who did.
Triple H.
25 minutes.
Orton actually
but
beat him.
It's
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
It's they could have went 10
Yeah.
and would have been fine.
Yep. I
Triple
agree.
H has to have these long matches. Like, ugh.
The crowd was super into it though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were into it. But
I mean, honestly, if I was there, I would have been into it too.
I think I would have been like,
I wouldn't mind. I don't mind seeing Triple wrestle because he can still do it.
And there you go. Two guys in their 40s going 25 minutes, which is commonly unheard of.
And maybe that was a little, hey, Randy, go take a big paycheck because your contract's probably coming up, and we want to keep you.
I don't see him ever leaving. I think he says that for
I want to
leverage.
see him
At the end of the year, like
They
when
treat
your
him good.
contract's up, I mean, the Bucks are going to be like,
I mean, they treat him good, but like,
Do they though?
yeah, I
Yeah,
would say so. I would say
absolutely.
Randy Orton is probably one of the best treated there.
he's one of the better technical wrestlers in the ring.
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys where he doesn't care if
he wanted to go on Raw, and they
he
won't
doesn't
let
care
him.
about how good matches.
He kind of fits the
Yeah.
style for AEW too, being that hard-nosed grinder style.
I
Like,
just want to see him.
Do you think
Go on.
he'll go to AEW or like another?
I don't see.
I don't think.
I never thought I'd see Jericho.
I think.
Just put it out there.
I
That's a
think
fair
Triple
point.
H has him like so much in his back
Yeah.
pocket that he's probably going to pay him to work for NXT as like a.
See, I don't know if I
Trainer,
agree with that
backstage.
though.
exactly.
Because like Vince and Jericho had such a strong connection. Like you said, Jericho was a guy that.
Vince physically went to Jericho's
Jericho's
house
what?
to get him to WWE.
He says Jericho's a shithead.
Yeah.
I love
I love Jericho too,
He's a
but when,
pro Jericho
business
fan.
wise, he's a shithead.
Other side news: TJP re-signs with Impact.
I think that's a good move for him. I never liked him, but I think it's a good move
Well,
for him.
it's the second time around. Granted,
And
he
he's still
wrestled
the
as Suicide and then
Yeah,
Manic.
Yeah.
They did nothing with him in WWE.
No.
Like
It-
they
it
gave him
was
the
Same thing with
title.
Austin Aries,
First,
and Austin Aries went back to
champion,
Impact, and they shit on him again.
Yeah.
Well, he's hard to deal with. So that's kind of his. own
Yeah.
fault.
Now,
And he wanted to go back to Ring of Honor, and they're like,
Yeah, because of how he is. And I don't blame him. Like Del Rio.
so I don't want to go through the whole super card, the G1 super card, but we'll just
Well,
cover
no, it was
Dominion.
Dominion. So
So the Wednesday show was the Best of Super Juniors final,
Mhm.
and that was Shingo versus Will Ospreay, which is awesome.
Awesome match. They got what
5.75, so almost 6. Yeah, Big Dave really likes Shingo.
I mean, you got a big dude like Shingo, who's the first guy ever to run through the tournament undefeated, which was incredible.
He's not a junior heavyweight. No, I think he's officially not.
He was a junior heavyweight champion, weighing 240 pounds.
But that was the first Moxley match, the John Moxley versus Juice Robinson.
What did you think of that?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Not the best match ever. Maybe like 3.5 stars.
You're not gonna get that from those two.
No.
But Juice's character work in that match was awesome.
Yeah.
That was the first time I actually cared about him.
Yeah, and Moxley was actually biting him because of that picture where he's biting his flesh
and
busting him up the
and
hard way.
literally trying to bust him up the hard way. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I like the Super Death Rider for his finisher now.
Wearing tight.
He's doing the X-Plex now.
Tight, wearing trunks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the little wrestling shoes, but
yeah.
Even everybody looked at him like after he did the X-Plex, they're like, "What was that?"
Yeah. Jericho, we got a Jericho match.
Yeah, that was
that's Dominion. That was main event Dominion. I thought that was very good.
Yeah,
I think that got 4.2.
The DDT on the table and Okada just dead on the table.
Yeah.
The only issue I had with that whole match was the fact that it ended in a DQ.
Yeah, the ending was it wasn't DQ. It was
it was a roll.
Yeah.
See, when I watched the highlights, they showed that Jericho hit him with the chair and they rang the bell right away.
Well, no, the match was over. That's how they ring the bell and stop.
Yeah.
It's because they set up Jericho versus Tanahashi, so it was a little bit of a flat ending.
Jericho announcing he wants to be in the G1.
Did Jericho announce that?
Yeah.
Speaking of the
he said
he cut his promo after the match saying like I went in.
He called he.
You mean Moxley?
Yeah, but he called it.
You mean John Moxley?
No,
Jericho wants in the G1 too.
He said in the promo. He said
that's rough.
He said
I'll explain it then.
Yeah, he said Tanahashi's in it, right?
Yeah, Takahashi is like a
and the other guy.
What do you call him? Whatever he said is like an insult for Japanese.
Yeah, and then what's his name is supposed to be in it?
Okada.
He goes, they're in it, right? They're in the G1. Maybe I want to be in the G1. Moxley's in it. That stupid idiot still owes me $15,000 for destroying my light up jacket. he goes, maybe it'll be the G1-ico. That's what he called it. Yeah.
See, that's be hard.
If there's a G1-ico shirt, I'm buying it.
Why is Okada in the tournament though? The champion shouldn't be in the tournament.
Yeah, that's why. But the champion's usually always in the tournament.
Yeah,
but if they win, they get to pick who they wrestle.
Same with the.
Okay, let me ask you this: being Okada right now, if you would win the G1, who would you personally want to see at Wrestle Kingdom?
I don't know. You mean if I was Okada?
If you were Okada, who would you personally like to wrestle?
You would pick
Moxley.
Or Shingo, maybe. He wants revenge on Jericho. I think he got to get his revenge on Jericho. Jericho's going to wrestle Tanahashi next week.
What about Ospreay?
Yeah,
and they do Junior versus.
It's going to be a white dude. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be a white dude.
They're trying to.
Well, there's 2-day Wrestle Kingdom, so unless Kenny's going to be in it,
maybe.
I mean, that's crazy. If Jericho,
unless Kenta wins.
Yeah, Kenta. How about
he'd be the sleeper there? Hideo Itami, for all of you who don't know who Kenta is.
Yeah, apparently that was the name of his tag team with Shibata. The guy he came out with. In Noah, Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah.
So he's in it. So, but what it is, it's you got to wrestle 10 times, 10 tournament matches. Like it's not like you
in one
you
day.
Lose and over the span of 21 days. But it's not like a normal bracket tournament. It's round robin, so you have to wrestle your 10 matches, and you get every time you win, you get 2 points. If it's a draw, you get 1 point. So they've got the winner of the most points of Block A and Block B, and there's at least 20 guys. They fight each other, and the winner gets a title shot at Wrestle Kingdom, which is WrestleMania.
That's right.
So yeah. But imagine Jericho wrestling 10 matches plus every other
21 days.
Yeah, every other
beat
show.
The Rock and Stone Cold one night.
Every other show you're in tag matches, which aren't a big deal, but you're like 6-man, 4-man,
But like during those tag matches, you know what he could do? Whip off the crowd.
Yeah, he can really take it easy, but I'm like, wow, if Jericho's gonna do that. I mean,
even those tag team matches help though because it breaks up the actual tournament style.
Yeah, his promo was amazing. He took one of the dollar bills and he stuck it on his head.
And I didn't see that.
And he said, look at me with the stupid dollar bill on my head with his stupid face on it. He goes, and I don't even notice it's there. And that's the irony of this is he's not even on my radar. He's stuck right to my head, and I don't even care he's there.
The Okada dollar.
Awesome. Yeah,
the Okada bucks.
I want one of them.
And then he literally walks in and just throws stuff off the table, and he's like, "You have a question? Yeah. Well, then ask your fucking question."
Yeah.
Like he's just.
Well, how about you, fuckface? I'm listening back.
He's brutal on Twitter too, dude. Some of the shit that
the last couple things on Twitter, he's been nothing but straight savage.
What did someone say? Oh, someone
go fuck your ass or something.
Yeah. When the guy said that he leaked what John Moxley told him about. And he's like, I never said that. Go fuck your ass.
Yeah.
That's literally what he like.
He's got a switch on Twitter too. He's got like kayfabe Jericho, and then he's got good guy Jericho.
Yeah.
Chris Irvine time.
Yeah,
Like, they
I love it.
Promote something.
Hey, I can't really say much because I was retweeted by Jericho a few years
Really?
ago when
Wow.
they played down at the Chameleon Club with Fozzy. I said Wednesday night, what's better? Nothing better to do than go see Fozzy at the Chameleon Club. He retweeted it and actually commented, "I'll see you there."
Quote tweet.
They played at the Silo one time. I had a show and I missed it. I would love to see them at the Silo. But anyway, before we get on, Will Ospreay versus Dragon Lee was a 5-star match. That
was probably the best match all night.
And then also, what was the Kota Ibushi versus Naito? Naito won the Intercontinental title, which I didn't think he would,
Scary.
because Naito wants to be both champ. Like the
I'm
Warrior.
sorry, but for two dudes who have been in this business a long time
Kota
and have
takes sick
enough
bumps.
respect for each other, they went a little far. As far as like almost killing each other in the ring, like
Well,
they went a little far.
You got to look at it this way: the only WWE is the bullseye. If you want to beat a wrestling company, it's them.
New Japan already beats WWE, and they don't even have a TV deal. Really,
They do, but if right now is the time where people are looking for another product because they're getting bored of what's there,
Yeah.
the only thing they have to beat is NXT.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now is the time for these companies to like, hey, go out there
Yeah, have a good show.
and you have guys like Jericho and Moxley on your card right now is a big deal because you're gonna have the crossover WWE fans who maybe never watched.
Let's see
even the Ring
now.
of Honor pay-per-views are putting on much better product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
ROH is the very low.
So you have guys like who everybody I'm not a New Japan guy, but I might go watch a pay-per-view now because Jericho's on.
Yeah.
I'm a Jericho fan.
Moxley had the
way.
first match in Dominion,
And then I
against
turned
Shota
around.
Umino. It was very good.
And then I
That
turned
was a
around
very
and
long
The
watched-
match.
promo he cut at the end of that was
I think
fucking
he's gonna
hilarious.
remember when he had what's his name with him? What was the goofy guy that was with Carmelo and Chin?
Oh,
Ellsworth.
Yeah, Ellsworth. Yeah,
Who's
remember?
wrestling in an indie show around here very soon.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
Anyway, I remember when Dean was like having him like
I called Joe Cronin
Yeah.
James Ellsworth.
oh god, he was following him around. He was trying to like train. That's what I think they're gonna do. Shota Umino.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the G1 as well.
But like going back to it, though, just saying, like,
costume
as a guy who's a
something.
I'm a Jerichoholic. I'm tuning into your product for the first time that night, and then you have a guy like he puts on a 5.7 match or a 5-star match,
and you go, well, that guy was awesome.
and you're like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the luxury you have now with AEW being on American television, and you have Jericho there. Like everyone's like, Kenny Omega is the biggest signee of the day, and I'm like, he's not. Jericho's your top guy. Like wherever Jericho decided to go at that point in time,
yeah,
it was huge. It's
Yeah,
huge.
and they
And Jericho's brain
Dean's
is
a
just
huge name.
hardwired for professional wrestling.
Yeah.
He knows what the fans want to see.
But they got
He knows the match you can put out there.
they got a lot of good minds there.
Yeah.
JR, Dean Malenko.
What did you think
Billy
of Dragon Lee versus Ospreay? Like there were some really cool spots.
Yeah, I thought that was very
The,
good.
The Rana off the
Oh,
apron
when
and
he
he lands on
stands.
his feet and he just turns on
And
to
they
him
both
like,
looked at each
"Oh,
other.
Yeah, he does the classic like Will Ospreay always does, like he flips out and lances it.
The suicide dive that Dragon Lee
Oh,
hit,
yeah,
and they like flew.
So Will Ospreay
when
stands.
they flew over to barricade into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
announcers
he's sitting on the
area.
barricade.
He's on the railing, and Dragon Lee jumps out and spears him like a suicide dive. They go up over the announcer table into the audience.
Wow.
They
Holy
they hit Liger and Liger's looking at him like, you
And
motherfucker.
Tanahashi's standing right there, but they don't say it because you can't say Tanahashi's right there.
Yeah. But so that was the New Japan pay per view.
Yeah, the Dominion was a very solid show.
Yeah.
And
So
if you have the chance, watch it.
Yeah, go go check it out. There's
What
some
is
highlights
the
out
next
there.
show? Osaka?
There's two. It's like what is it called? Not Wrestling No Kino. There's two small shows, and then it goes to G1.
Yeah,
Which is,
and
that's,
then-
that's all.
Just other quick news.
Full
It is
throttle, full
official
throttle.
that we're going to get John Moxley versus Kenny Omega at the next
yeah,
All In.
Yeah, all out.
All out.
Yeah.
And
And they-
Fighter Fest is free.
Fighter Fest is free?
Yeah, Fighter and the other one, Fight for the Fallen, I think will also
Really?
be free.
Oh yeah, Bleacher Report's doing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get the Bleacher
Very
Report
cool.
app, which I don't think which is free, and then you watch the
Bleacher
show for
Report
free.
app is free.
I don't think they're going to be 3 or 4 hours, maybe
Yeah.
only 2. But hey,
Right.
it's a free show.
So then
Yeah, absolutely.
we're going to switch gears to the local scene here. So this weekend on Saturday, up
Mhm.
in Reading again at the Firehouse.
Temple, PA.
Fire
Temple,
Company.
PA.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like Pottsville and Martinsville.
It's Reading. It's Reading.
Yeah.
We have Outbreak, Art of
Mhm.
Breaking. Good card, very good card.
Yeah, there was a couple more matches now. A tag match was announced.
I'm excited because if you haven't seen Killian wrestle, now's your chance.
Laszlo got hurt though, so I
Yeah.
don't know who he's.
They said Killian's still wrestling.
Yeah.
So
Did they announce who he's wrestling?
They did
Or
not.
did- oh,
No,
okay.
I
That's
have
the
not.
answer.
I have not seen anything. I've not heard anything. So
Do you want to go through it then? Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
or-
this is in no particular order, but
just don't do the co-main event or main event.
we will have Tyler Ash with the Fruit Loop, Andy Weinberg. versus Chris Slade.
I don't want his lawyer calling. Just don't.
He's his own lawyer.
But
You got to come this Saturday if you can. It's a good time.
Tyler and Chris Slade should be one hell of a match.
Should be good.
Yes,
I
I agree.
I like that Chris Slade.
I mean, he comes out looking like Killmonger,
Yeah, he
first
does.
of all.
Yeah, he looks
And
like
then you just put two kids, and I mean kids, they're younger than most of us.
Well, he at Killmonger. Slade just beat Sabal
Yes.
when they were in Hamburg.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they have so much upside and so much potential between the two of them to put on such a great match.
Outbreak has gotten some decent dudes lately. They've gotten some soup. They got some guys.
yeah.
And it's not like it's we're bringing in this name, this name, and this name. These
Yeah,
are all local. This is all
Honky tonk
local
man.
talent.
That's what I'm saying. They brought in really good local talent.
Yes, and I want to see these two. Personally, I'd like to see these two in more of like a mid card.
Chris Slade does the Os Cutter.
I'd love to see these guys more at the top of the card and just put on that match that it's like, oh, do you guys remember that match? The match that gets remembered.
Right.
Because I think if you give them enough time, they can do it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I always say too, man, with the way wrestling is now, with AEW and all these people, like the iron's hot, like,
Yeah.
and eyes are always watching, and you're always one YouTube video away from being signed.
Impact needs people, and ROH needs.
Is
And-
the iron hot?
It is.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because all right, so like my general consensus is like most American people, they go by like what WWE is
Yeah.
doing, and WWE right now, as most people think, is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna tune people out. Like I think that's honestly
think it
dangerous.
does.
for
It does.
AEW.
I think it tunes out the general, the casual fan,
Yeah.
but I think your hardcore fan is
We'll just
more
go somewhere else.
is gravitating more to the local indie scene
Right.
and watching these stars
Yeah.
of tomorrow go to an AEW or an Impact.
Lucha, or what
I mean, you have our two closest ones now, or a few closest one. You have True, you have PPW, and you have Outbreak.
right.
Outbreak last show just had a couple shows ago had Ace Austin, who wrestled for them and then went on, and he's now in.
He
in-
signed with
Yeah,
Impact.
he's signed with
so you
Impact.
never know.
You have Sonny Kiss, who wrestled in both companies, and now he's in AEW.
Right.
Nyla Rose
Nyla,
wrestled
yeah.
in the area. Now she's in AEW. So like people are getting snatched up out of this area, and it's only a matter and I'm sure when they go to those companies, they're like, hey, you should go check out this guy.
Yeah,
Right.
Then you have
or if they send a match here, watch me this match. We're like, well, who's that guy? Too?
yeah,
You know?
and then
Yeah.
you have a video out right now of Tony Deppen wrestling No Legs,
Yeah.
and Stone Cold Steve
Stone
Austin
Cold.
on his podcast is saying it's really cool that No Legs got an opportunity, but goddamn it, why did they? But goddamn, that Tony Deppen's out there fucking carrying that match.
Literally.
That should have been your contract. You know what I mean? Like that's Stone Cold saying
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So it's
My only counter.
Now,
to
did you
this-
actually kick back and listen to the podcast?
not the whole thing yet. Yeah.
You don't have to point me in the right direction.
He-
I gotta find that.
Yeah.
Not to get out. He's supposed to have Moxley on. That's what John
Again?
Moxley said. He'll do it like to make up for the shitty.
Yeah.
one.
That's awesome.
Because he probably couldn't say what he wanted to say.
Yeah,
Before.
he was chatting with him. Whoa.
I mean, when they had him on the first time as certain name, he couldn't really say what he wanted to say because everything was censored and
And he's probably
walked
pissed,
through.
which makes a lot of sense of why he looked so pissed off and didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, I'm on your podcast and I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But moving on, we have the Who's House Open Challenge with Ed House.
Maybe Killian answers that. Maybe. I don't
There
know.
you go.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. I mean, you could see Killian, who is a great worker, who is also engaged to Sonny Kiss.
Great
In
heel,
which-
great heel too.
Great
I think he
heel.
looks like Daniel Bryan.
And I hate breaking kayfabe, but if you have not met
Whoa.
Killian McMurphy, he is one of the
Sweetheart.
he's one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet.
Nice dude.
But he was supposed to wrestle Laszlo Arpad. Laszlo got
I
hurt.
think he hurt his arm or something.
Yeah.
Too many clotheslines.
Yeah. I guess he's out of PPW this
Following weekend.
Yeah.
And he was set up for another shot at that title, if I'm not mistaken. The one,
No Limit one, I think it is.
yeah, the No Limit title.
Yeah.
He's been after that for a while. But moving on, we have our Intimidator Championship match, which is Yams the Working Man against Big Ty Reno.
I don't know him. Let me see. Did you have a picture or just go?
You know Big Ty Reno. He worked with NEWF way back when.
Oh,
He was he's one half of the Gunners. Big Tyreno and Blackie the Shields.
I'm look them up real quick.
Go ahead, then.
But Ty Reno is definitely one of those heavyweights that's gonna come out and slap Yams right in the face. He's not gonna be afraid of Yams. He's gonna be one of those guys that's just gonna be like, I'm here, I want this title, and if I want this title, I'm gonna take this title.
Yeah.
And even with this tag team, the Gunners with Blackie, their finishing move is Surf in the Death Valley, where Blackie jumps off the top rope, gives you a double stomp in the back of the legs while he's delivering a Death Valley driver.
Oh,
Oh, they were at Super Crazy. They did that. I said,
Yeah.
hey, man, that's an awesome finisher.
Yeah. And he's an honest to God, good dude. He fit in perfectly on things that weren't cool in high school. That's the type of guy he is. And one other guy that would fit in nicely with that, Bruce Van Slyke.
No, yeah,
He fit in
likes,
perfectly
really
on
like,
things that weren't cool in high school.
Power Rangers?
Yep.
Red Lanterns, Punisher, Moon Knight.
Yep.
That's it. That's his big ones.
Yep. Moving on, we have another Bad Street semifinal between DB Crafton, the Guided, versus Death Camp.
Who's the Guided? His random crony?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who will be the Guided this time?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he's going to keep the same two guys. Is he going to swap the guys
I don't
out?
know.
I mean, he's got about 40 of them.
I'm the Guided.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I like
can
DB.
see it.
And
I like Taylor.
who's their team? The non-DB team?
Death Camp.
And who's in Death?
That's Henry Lee Haight, Wolf something.
I've seen him and I was like, I don't. Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I know who they are. And then getting into the co-main event. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, we have the Real Life Freaks versus 410 Massive.
Yeah.
And that's we saw Real Life Freaks when we went to the Birdsboro Community Center, their first appearance. Two dudes who have a lot of potential against 410 Massive, more of a staple for Impact. And Impact. I'm sorry.
Impact.
Outbreak. We got to stop talking about other stuff before we get into the whole Outbreak. And this should be a very good tag team match. I can honestly see this match being one of the fan favorites because 410 Massive is a real big fan favorite. And Real Life Freaks come out and they kind of throw you off for a minute. Like, kind of reminds you like Jesse and Festus. And then they flip that switch and it's like, oh shit.
So as we get into the co-main event, I'm gonna introduce somebody here with us, and they're gonna help us talk a little bit of a co-main
wow,
event.
how about it?
All right, so we're gonna bring him in here,
No, he's the main event.
He's the main event.
but he's gonna talk a little co-main event with us as well.
Okay.
Are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
And who we got on the phone right now?
This is the heart of Outbreak Wrestling, babyface Ian Bush.
Ian Bush.
Oh, snap.
We got Ian Bush on the line. Now, the co-main event is Dave. Who we got?
The co-main event for the number one contendership
that?
is
Yeah.
going to be Cortez Castro versus Mac Mayhem versus Serious Business.
versus
Andy
Header.
Header.
Andy
about that?
Header. So this was announced exclusively on our podcast, which is really cool. So we thank Outbreak for giving us that and letting us announce it. Now, I think that's a really good match. You have your work cut out for you because
Ricky Reyes, the former Ricky.
you got Castro out there, and he's that
You
guy's
got to remember, this
Great.
guy's out for blood right
angry
now.
man.
he's pissed off right now.
Nothing less than a title shot for Cortez Castro is just going to involve pain for whoever's in the ring with him.
Yes.
No
Yes.
offense, buddy.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Mayhem.
and Mayhem's not he's not a light guy to work
I'm
either.
trying to remember. Did me and Ken Phoenix beat him and Rex Savage? Or did we lose?
You beat them.
Yeah, I was like, man,
Wasn't
I
it a
forget.
6-man tag? Wasn't you, Ken, and Box?
That was one, and then we had a tag match as well.
Yes. So you have two guys in there who fight very angry.
Yeah,
So you have you're gonna have to bring your
well, smaller than me though.
yeah.
like height-wise.
you're gonna have to bring your A game that
Yeah.
one. Now one of the guys
I'm gonna do some lucha.
so one of the
Some
guys
lead arms
Ian
there.
actually got to wrestle Castro.
Mm-hmm.
So what can Andy expect squaring up with him for the first time?
You know, it's a lot of ground and technical work, heavy strikes. You know, he's been to Japan, he's been to Ring of Honor, he's been all over the world. It's a lot of beating you down. There's not much to it. It's just him going full force at you.
You took some serious chops last time you wrestled him.
Yeah, everything's there. It's all.
I'm pretty sure you left that night with a few handprints on your chest.
And
I felt bad for you that
he's a
night.
solid dude,
Yeah.
Cortez. I mean,
Yeah.
he's-
Bunch of welts across the chest.
Now you actually got to you got your main event here.
Yeah, it's my first ever main event. I'm
Wow.
finally, I get an opportunity to go after the title. When Ryan Vox asked me to be in the Live Wire Invitational, I got my first taste of, I wrestled before previously. If nobody knows, I was actually Ryan's tag partner when he first started. And, I told him that I was going to work my way up the card and become the heart of Outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of said, all right, sure, kid, you got to work for it. And nice to see some hard work paying off.
Yeah. Now, and you, I mean, a little bit of controversy here going into this because you came off a few losses and then you just scored a really big win last show. Very, very heavy fan favorite, especially in that arena. I mean, your fans travel. That's like a hometown spot for you, right?
Yes, I live like 15 minutes from there.
Your fans showed up and showed out that day. They were loud and proud of the baby face
in every match.
Yeah, they were.
I actually had your fans walking past the announce table saying, "Ian Bush for champ. Give Ian the shot.
Yeah.
Give Ian the opportunity."
So I think it could be a little bit of a little. I think your fans got you that shot a little bit too, because like I said, Castro is undefeated, and and he's not happy that he has to be in a number one contender
since day one as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to listen to the fans. I don't think there was a clear-cut number one just because Castro wasn't there at Hamburg the last time we were in Hamburg.
Very true.
Sometimes the availability is your best thing going forward, and not being there for one. Andy, lost 2 to Radke, and I just beat Max, so they're all in the number one contenders match. I think at this point you had no clear-cut number one, so you might as well give the fan favorite a shot.
Yeah,
However, on the outside, you also lost to the first ever Outbreak champ, Dame, 3 shows ago. Why do you think you deserve the shot and not Dame?
I don't know what's up with Dame. I don't know.
The argument there too is where's Dame been since?
Yeah,
exactly.
And Bush has been there every show. So
I said about availability. Sometimes that helps.
I honestly didn't take that into consideration that Castro wasn't at the last show. I just kind of went by his win-loss
Castro beat
record.
Dame though.
Yeah, Castro beat Dame.
Castro beat Dame.
So that is a solid argument. I honestly did not take that into consideration that Castro was not the last show, and that's when he got the strike hot. So maybe it does make it. And definitely listen to your fans, because like I said, they're definitely they're pro. They're very pro you that show. They were all about it. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be a tough night for you. What now? You gave him a little advice on what to expect for Castro. What can he expect for Robbie?
He's underhanded, so watch out for his crowbar that he keeps in his jackets. There's a little things. Yeah. So I mean,
he just got banned from a promotion, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. Robbie likes to cheat and be underhanded. There's a dog.
There's a dog there. Yeah.
The Kevin Sullivan. That's what it is. Anyway, just watch out for what.
So you just never know what to expect when you're wrestling the underrated superstar. Yeah.
He beat me, and he beat no, just me.
Somebody
else that was in their company.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to look at it, everybody's beat Robbie for the title, and then God forbid somebody had to tap out.
Yeah, well,
hey, you hit the turnbuckle hard and it was exposed. But so what are you bringing to the table this fight without giving away too much of your game plan?
It's just me just going forward and never stopping. It's just all heart. It's nothing more than me not stopping until I can't move.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of your best tributes to your style is you bring all heart. You're going to bring 110% the whole time.
And you've never wrestled Robbie before, right?
I've never wrestled Robbie.
How long have you been in the game now, wrestling?
I took a little short hiatus, but on and off since like 2013.
Nice. Okay. And Outbreak, do you consider Outbreak a home, or do you go to other promotions? Do you travel a little bit?
I try to travel a little bit. Sometimes I pop up in CCW where, we have ring rentals, and I travel and hopefully get on shows. But there's no place like home, and Outbreak is 100% my home.
Yeah,
especially if you live close too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Outbreak. I love their shows. I love their locker room. It just seems like everyone's it's just a cool environment going to the shows.
Where and when is the show?
This is going to be this Saturday in Temple, PA.
The Temple Fire Company, which is right near the Walmart on 5th Street.
Get there early.
Sam's Club.
Yeah. Well, the Walmart's right there. Sam's Club's and then Walmart's across the street.
Get there early because it's hard to find seats, especially because Bush's fans take them off.
Parking's
there is a bar. There's beer.
It is 21 and over. You need your ID.
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
Don't worry, they're friendly. You can talk to them at the bar too.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I believe you have some new merch that you'd like to push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my first T-shirt made. Just in time for the main event.
Wow.
So it's the little caricature of two wrestlers. One's giving the drop kick. It says support your local baby face.
I like that. What are you charging per shirt?
15.
Okay. Save an extra large. I'll be grabbing one.
Asking for the brother discount.
Yeah. No discount. I fully support local wrestling. But yeah, man, it's we're really looking forward to the match, and
it should be a good show overall.
Yeah, overall a great show. I'm pumped for it. Is there any other match that you're excited to see?
Yeah. As much as I hate Tyler Ash, I know how good in the ring he is. So
Super
I really
talented.
think that I think, and Chris Slade is so athletic. I think, Tyler Ash's style of bringing him down and hard strikes with Slade's high flying, that's going to be a match to watch. And obviously the triple threat, you have all these styles clashing. It should be a great show all around. That's the best part about Outbreak. You cycle through talent sometimes, and you don't see the same people 2 times in a row, but it's always good talent coming in.
Yeah. So if you were to win the title that night, who in that triple threat match would you least likely want to face?
Listen, I'll be a fighting champion. I'll fight anybody. There's no answer that I could give. Everybody has what they're good at. Everybody has what
My
they're
pick
bad
is Castro.
at.
I would not want to fight Castro.
I'm okay with not fighting Cortez.
At least he
I
already
mean, you beat
did,
Mac
so-
already. I'm sure you and Andy could put on a good match, but I do not want to see Cortez Castro coming out of that curtain with the belt on my shoulder.
Ooh, baby.
It's not pleasant as somebody who's come out after him and has stared at him while he's waiting in the ring for you. It's definitely intimidating, but you just got to do it. I'm all heart. Sometimes the brain shuts off, and it's all about the heart.
Well, I definitely respect that, man. We really look forward to this Saturday, and thank you so much for calling in. And we'll be supporting the babyface this night, and hope it goes your way. And definitely you're going to bring that big crowd. It's going to be a big pop.
Yeah. Yeah, hope you hot.
Celebrate afterwards if I win.
All right, we'll do some shots. All right, later, man.
Good, guys. I'll talk to you. Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, that's the baby face.
Yeah.
That's a cool T-shirt.
Yeah, that is a
Very
cool
cool.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
I
so-
might need to grab.
And we got
So we're gonna do one more phone call here.
Oh my God!
One more
a surprise
phone call.
one. Who you calling here?
So I mean, let's see if it goes through.
Because
Well,
I'm not
Is
taking
it-
up
is
the
it Mean
phone
Gene?
space.
Yeah.
Who could this be?
Is it Mean Gene?
this might be.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
1-900-909-9900. Suspense.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Jerky boy.
Who's it gonna be?
Hello.
Hello?
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 Hello.
All right. Do we got the champ on the line?
You sure do, pal.
Oh.
we just talked to your opponent, and he
I'm sorry to hear that.
now
Why don't you tell everyone who it is first?
all right. This is the.
Or
This,
let him.
go ahead. Yeah,
introduce
introduce yourself.
Me? I'm to introduce myself?
And it was Andy's request.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I should have gone without introduction, but I am the current reigning defending Outbreak champion, Robbie Radke.
I love it.
There
Love
you
it.
go.
Very funny on social media. If you're not following him, it's great stuff. He puts out very controversial statements and says on behalf of all Outbreak wrestling
Yeah.
because he's the champion.
Yeah.
And then he says what you should like or not like. It's
That's
gold. I love it. So on behalf of all Outbreak Wrestling, what should we like more, The Office or Parks and Recreation?
I'm gonna go ahead and say The Office.
All right, I'm with you on that
there
one.
it is.
I'm with you on that one. All right, so we're talking a little bit of the co-main event first. Now, you were kind of petitioning for the Cortez match, right?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, look, I don't want anyone to think I don't like Ian Bush. He's a good kid, but good kid is what you say about a little league player who isn't that great.
I-
Shots are being
During your
fired.
promo, you did say he wasn't on your level, correct?
Correct.
All right.
And that's not to say that one day he won't be on my level, but right now he's just not there, and I don't care how many of Outbreak's fans think so.
Ooh, it's gonna be a ruckus house. I'm excited.
Jugular already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robbie doesn't play. Robbie doesn't.
We were saying Cortez probably should get the title shot.
Yeah,
but
that was my pick. Now, Robbie. Ian did make a very good point that even I didn't think of. We kind of said you came off a few losses, then you got a win. You struck where the iron's hot. The fans really pushed really hard and got this match for him. I personally said it should have been Cortez. Like that, just me, undefeated. But his thing was, he wasn't at the last couple shows, so he wasn't there when, for the come up. So it was no clear cut number one. So that's why he listened to the fans and he got a win, and it was time for him to get his shot.
I don't know about that. I mean, they put out power rankings every month
close to the top.
So if you would have had to pick, who do you think the number one should have been?
You need to do this one. Slow down. Sorry.
Driving through a toll booth. That's what's happening.
You know, I'm not sure. Outbreak has a lot of talent.
Hear the rumble strips.
Stay on the road, Rob.
You got to make sure you're able to
Sorry.
defend the title.
It's all right. Yeah, we want you there Saturday.
Sorry, I'm coming back from Six Flags to let you know exactly how much I'm preparing for Ian.
Yeah, hopefully he's listening still.
I sure hope so. That is, I love the heel is my favorite. I support that all day long.
A lot of people could have had this title shot. It could have been the Red Hot Ed House. It could have been Cortez. It could have been Mac Mayhem. What makes you think that this triple threat is the exact way to go? Like, should that be the correct way to do it, or should it have been a clear-cut number one?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Look, I'm not the commissioner of Outbreak, so I don't make the decisions, although based on what Ryan Vox has been doing since day one, maybe I should be. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Look, I didn't worry about, what the clear-cut number one situation was to get myself to the championship show, so it shouldn't really matter.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, you kind of got your way into the Rumble
As catharsis.
as catharsis, and then I mean, regardless of if you were in a mask or not, you still won. You still did. You did what you did what you're supposed to do. Then you had your match. Little controversy, we'll say. A little bit of controversy.
Won.
I don't know what you mean.
He still won. But then you take all the controversy away and you go table match, and it was a clear-cut winner that night.
Can't argue it.
There was, and I proved, that I'll do whatever it takes to retain this title. Jumping off ladders, it's not really my thing.
Oh, I thought your head was hitting that ceiling fan when you did it.
I thought the same thing sitting at that table. You were about to go ahead first in the ceiling fan.
Actually, just a credit to what you said there, when we did an episode a couple weeks ago, maybe last month, and we talked to Ed House, and Ed, we said, coming into your first match, what Ed House had his pick between you and Andy, and he went with you because the exact thing you said. He said, because Robbie will do whatever it takes to win that belt. And you've been showing that as a champion.
I'm going to correct you there. It's a cummerbund.
What's that?
There's no such thing as a belt in wrestling. A belt holds up your pants.
The title.
It is a cummerbund.
Okay. The Outbreak.
For on the display purposes only.
Yeah, it does. But so what is some of your? I know you said you're taking your training very seriously. What can we expect for you in this match? What are you looking to do, or what do you expect out of Ian in this matchup?
Look, I know how Ryan Vox thinks. I've known him for a very long time. I know that Ryan Vox honestly does not believe in Ian Bush. Ryan Vox is putting Ian Bush in this match because he knows that putting him in this match with me in the main event, even though he's going to lose, he's going to look like $1 million, right? But Ryan Vox doesn't know how I think. And I've got a little bit of chip on my shoulder for having to wrestle Ian Bush.
Okay.
So I'm not out to make him look good. I'm not out to get him a big shine in front of his friends and family. I want to humiliate him. I want to make it so that he's never going to want to be in the main event again.
There you go.
Jeez.
Strong words. Well, hey,
I think you just sold 2 tickets here.
There's an argument why it's not Cortez Castro.
Yeah.
I mean, undefeated, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I would have went. I would have leaned that way. And so coming up to the triple threat match, I know it. There's 3 guys in that match. Is there one that you would not want to wrestle over? Like who are you rooting for in the triple threat?
Nobody.
Look, I've already proven that I could defeat Andy Header. Mac Mayhem and I have never been in the ring, so that would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There is I'll give you a little known fact. Cortez Castro and I have wrestled before a few years ago, but it was a different time and a different place. And I'll be honest, I'd really like to get a win back on him.
Oh, all
There
right.
you go.
Hey, that could be.
Yeah,
that
could
next
be it.
Hamburg show would be the next time.
Yeah, and back at Hamburg, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I love the Hamburg arena.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's definitely a plus for me. But I want to thank you for your time. I definitely get you back on the road here, and I'm glad you enjoyed Six Flags. And we'll look forward to seeing you Saturday, champ.
All right, I'll see you then.
We'll see you then, brother.
Take it easy.
Second title defense for him.
Second title defense. What's the record? Is it with
Two.
Two?
Two.
So if he defends it here, he's the
No, he'll be tied with me and Dame.
okay.
Yeah.
The third is the one that
Third, no one's ever gotten a third. So
Yeah.
you have a chance after you defend your title. If you beat Ian, your next number one contender could be a record-breaking streak. You could be
Longest
the-
reigning Outbreak champion.
Yeah, so that's interesting to think
Well,
about.
I mean, some things are just rightfully so.
Actually, here's one last question I have for you, and I'll let you go. What was there another match on the card that you're looking forward to seeing as a fan of wrestling?
I'd tell you what. And my girlfriend's sitting here with me, and she knows what I'm about to say too, because she was looking forward to it as well. I'll tell you what. Before Laszlo Arpad got injured,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Killian McMurphy versus
I'm happy.
Laszlo.
I'm happy Killian's is back in PPW. Yeah, not PPW.
Outbreak.
Outbreak. I'm really excited to see him back at Outbreak.
Yeah. I would have said that, but I don't know. That Tyler Ash
Chris Slade.
Chris Slade match.
Chris
Yeah.
Slade match looks pretty promising.
We agree. That was one that we definitely talked about as well. That's going to be a good match. And like we kind of maybe put something out there. Hope maybe it can happen. Ed House is an open house challenge, and if Killian needs something to do that night, there's an opportunity there.
Yeah.
They actually wrestled a few weeks ago in West Virginia, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm sure it'd be quality stuff.
Yeah. Didn't Ed just
Oh,
do like
didn't
a
I-
punk rock
Ed-
thing?
Ed-
That's pretty
Isn't
cool.
Ed House undefeated at Outbreak?
I don't know. Maybe possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't think
in
I've ever
singles
seen him
match,
lose.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him lose.
I'm not sure.
Well, there
I
you
don't
go.
think I've seen
yeah,
him
there.
lose.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought it.
That's a good point. I like it. Ed House is a top dude there too. And he gets a lot of fan reaction as well. So
Former guest of the show as well.
yeah, funny dude.
Mhm.
And is he gonna have his new gear that night?
As far as I know, it's going to be the Edge Strange again.
Oh, all right. Well, one day we'll get to see that
Hamburg.
the Ed Hub
Yeah.
shirt, the Ed Hub gear,
The Ed Hub gear with the
Porn
white
Hub.
stain on
His
the name.
Porn Hub logo.
and there's a white stain on the butt. Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh,
but
that's amazing.
but thank you so much for calling in, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday.
You got it, bud.
Take it
See you
easy,
then.
bud.
Take it
Later.
easy.
That's Ed's other gimmick. I didn't want to interrupt the phone call. It's called Hybrid, which is kind of like an axe murderer. So yeah,
Well,
he
it
used to
seems
he used to at WPW.
It seems like before his match with you, it seems like he probably took a trip to Dorney Park or something.
Yeah. We're a little high on the rides.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely if you're into the local wrestling scene,
Tickets ain't next, but I think $15.
it's a $15 ticket, and there's some good matches, man.
Temple
Like,
Fire Company, Temple PA,
And
right
you're
off
getting
Fifth
at
Street.
least 7-8 matches on the card. So it's
Yeah,
gonna be,
yeah.
you'll be there maybe 2.5, 3 hours. There
Yes.
will be an after party
Oh God.
after the show.
Oh,
we'll talk about that.
But
off
the shows
camera.
don't go 4 or 5 hours.
No.
There's no 20-minute promos like
Yeah,
Andy Henner
yeah,
did last
yeah.
time.
Someone didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
When's the next PPW show?
Next Saturday.
Next
Yeah.
Saturday.
Next Saturday.
And TJP and Summer Rae.
Summer Rae and Dean Malenko.
No, Dean Malenko's next one.
Next
I thought that was
Yeah, I
this one.
saw Dean Malenko is going to be there
He's
on the 20th or something.
The July one.
Yeah, I'll be overseas. I wish I could be there for that one.
Yeah.
I'd rather be overseas in Europe than
Hey man,
Have
have
you
you
ever
chance to see
have
Dean
you-
Malenko?
Have you ever played overseas yet?
No,
So your first
Yeah, that's
European
awesome.
tour.
I'm excited.
and you're not
And
going to
they're-
Amsterdam either. That's the worst
No,
part.
we are.
Are you?
We're
Either-
celebrating Dan's birthday. in Amsterdam.
Oh.
It's gonna be a mess.
Are you going to a coffee shop?
Most likely.
They're gonna
I will not be partaking. but
they're
I'm
gonna
sure there's
they're gonna
a-
drink coffee.
I will drink the coffee.
That's
Yeah.
what I would do there. I'm like,
But yeah, man. So thank you once again to the main event, and co-main event for the main event.
Ian Bush, yeah.
Challenger,
main event.
all
Challenger
main
and
event, yeah.
champion, yeah, and then we obviously co-main event with you.
Mhm.
But we covered some bases there with Outbreak. So if you're on the fence about going,
I think I have to go.
I mean, it's always fun to hear a little trash talk back from the champion and then the baby face. I mean, this is the ultimate baby face versus heel match.
Yeah,
just from what I heard on the phone,
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
It's the only thing I'm a little
very clear
disappointed
cut.
in is Vox put out the future date schedule.
Yeah.
And there is an Outbreak show on August 24th.
With the same day as your.
I won't be there.
Yeah. There is also a True Show, I believe, too.
Yeah.
I believe. I'm not
Are you
100%
going?
Sure.
I can't. I mean, I'm invested with you in this. I gotta.
Because I have a job for you that night.
I figured.
Yeah, I have a job for you. A very important job too.
No, I'm not getting.
Don't
people
worry.
there.
Next
No.
year there'll be an Outbreak card at the show.
Yeah, hopefully we can bring
Yeah.
it. We can somehow do
Bud
a-
Wash will donate his ring, and we'll get Dr.
do-
Frank. And
that would be awesome.
We'll
So-
get all
see,
two
the hard
local
part
wrestlers.
is you have to get a licensed doctor.
Yeah, you do.
And
Yeah.
what do you need? What's the certificate?
The state
need a
license.
promoter's
Yeah,
license.
So
That's
it's
the two
probably,
things.
but it's probably something.
Do you
that
need a
could
promoter's
You need
license?
a promoter's license.
What if it's on private property?
It don't matter.
No, you need one. 'Cause
You need
it's a sporting event.
And a licensed
And the
physician.
state
You just
athletic
can't have
commission
would
EMTs
shut
on
it all
hand. You
down.
need a licensed physician.
What if you find someone with a promoter's license?
Oh, it's
And a
very
license?
easy.
we know
Yeah,
we know
some
people with promoters.
Just-
That's the easy part. Finding a licensed physician that's willing to give up 3-4 hours of his night is the hard part.
Well, not even that, because it would be only maybe not even two.
I would need him for 2 hours.
See, what's really
Yeah.
cool, every time I die does a Christmas show, like a holiday show every year. And the last couple of years, they've been doing it at the Buffalo River Works. So what they do is like the doors open at noon, and then they have the I forget what company it is, but Andy, the guitarist from Every Time I Die, is a wrestler. And they bring in a ring and stuff. They put on a whole card and everything, and then they tear the ring down. And there's 2 ice rinks in there, and people go skating and stuff. And then they have the show that starts at like 4:00. But it would be so cool to have
That's
something
crazy.
like that.
That's
Every
what I
time
want
I died, just booked a Coal Fest.
Yeah,
in Reading.
Reading.
That's what
Yeah,
I would.
remember.
That's what our maybe next year for Skookstock.
Man.
We set a ring up and do like a little.
Yeah, it's off to the side.
I remember
Awesome.
saying
We
that
know
like a
enough
while
wrestlers
ago.
to get it
One
done.
friend
I want to wrestle
too.
someone.
Yeah.
I've never been in a ring before.
Do you want to go base versus base battle?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
without the bases?
Do it.
There it is. There's our main event.
And they just come out the bass track.
Seinfeld.
I'm coming out to Big Bottom by
Yeah.
fucking Spinal Tap.
I would
What do you have to come
probably-
out the Toe Jam and Earl bass track?
I'd probably come out to Jacob's Ladder by Rush.
All right.
Oh,
I like that.
One I cannot hum because I'm not a
And we can have like the golden. Maybe we'll get Fulton or someone has an old bass that's not like usable.
Oh, yeah,
we'll,
it's
like
we'll,
old
we'll,
bass.
we'll
instead
spray
of
paint it.
guitar smashing at
No,
the bass
we'll
smash.
bass on a pole.
We'll spray,
Oh my god!
we'll spray
that's
paint
great.
it gold and do a bass on the pole match.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that'd
I'm
be
down.
sick.
You get all 2 local wrestlers, me and Devin.
I think
That's
you and
it?
Devin would be a great headliner.
You could put me through a base. We can find
All
an
right.
old base.
I'm
and
down
prop
to
it
do
up on
anything.
something.
Yo, you hollow out the bass. Somebody, the first time ever in a wrestling match, somebody gets hit with a bass guitar,
Literally slapping the bass.
We'll have a bass versus bass match,
slapping his face
and
off
it'll
the
be a
bass.
lumberjack match filled with all guitarists outside.
As soon as you come outside the ring, you get hit with a guitar.
Yeah, see, but you
Don't
could
smarten anybody up at all.
you could put see, I'm a guitarist also. But you could put all the guitarists on the outside, and one of the basses will fall out, and they'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that would be the joke. That would be the joke of it. Like, I'm not picking him.
Yeah,
Would I have to
Touching
come
this
out in my
guy?
bacon costume? Would I be pigeonholed into that?
No, you wouldn't have to.
All right.
We'll call you Bacon Jam.
What
That'll
would
be your finishing move, Bacon Jam.
What would your gimmick be though?
You're no rain check, so you would have to wear like a rain suit down or something.
No, I've had a gimmick stored up where I'd want to do like a Three Stooges gimmick, where it's like, hey, what's that over there? Roll up, stuff like that.
Okay.
Just like
Just give him the whoop.
I like
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh, I got him.
maybe carry some bass strings in my pocket.
Yeah.
We're already booking Skookstock
Kill
too.
someone with a bass string.
Stock 2's main event already.
Yeah,
That'd be
And you know what? Maybe I'll defend my new title.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta hold it.
You're really gonna go there?
I am because
Oh.
the champ. Is it on?
Hold on.
It is
Champ is here.
Wait, don't. Is it gonna play music?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Is it
You're right,
loud?
you're right,
Is it
you're
super
right.
loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because
Copyright.
they'll hit us quick.
Oh,
Anyway.
you can let you turn it off real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
You can just mute it.
Put it on your shoulder, wear it like a champ.
You can't wear it on your waist. It does light up. And
This
it
tells me this is
That's,
my
if
leg.
you if well obviously you do wrestle, but if you wrestle and you win the championship, would you be like an around the waist guy or would you be a shoulder guy?
I always put them around my waist.
I gotta be a shoulder guy.
I mean, you
I
gotta
do
remember,
around the
you can
waist.
fit it around your waist, but the rest of us are a little
Yeah.
difficult.
I mean, sometimes they're too big.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I mean-
it'll just fall down. So.
all right, so kind of going to the Super Showdown talk. We got a dream match, which for me, I'm sorry if this offends people. Goldberg has never ever in his entire career ever done it for me.
I agree. This is what I say.
I don't care about.
I
Goldberg.
say Goldberg was to WCW what Ultimate Warrior was to WWF.
Yeah,
he looks great. He has a good gimmick, but he's terrible in the ring.
But if you were if you seen through this gimmick and you looked at ring ability, you're like, not really for me.
Yeah.
So dream matches. We'll do.
Bring it.
I'll give you the next pay-per-view. It's gonna be mine.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
We'll do a gimmick each. We'll go around 3 times, and then if we have any there, we'll just do rapid fire.
What the matches?
Dream match.
Okay.
So we'll do dream matches. I'll start first.
Living or dead or
living, dead, or any company promotion. So this is one that I actually thought could have happened. It's not going to now. I would have loved to seen Velveteen Dream versus Goldust.
Oh yeah, that would have been
That's a good one.
Yeah, that would have been my
It's
first.
not going to happen now.
It would never happen now.
Nope.
I thought that would have been a good way to retire the character Goldust and launch the character Velveteen.
Yeah, put a little steam behind Velveteen.
Yep, that would have been my first pick. Dave?
Going right along with the same style that you were getting at, I would have loved to have seen the Velveteen Dream against the Macho Man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Could you imagine the promo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could you
100%.
imagine that?
Dream's already hit 2 dream,
Wow, how about
dream
that?
matches.
Yeah.
Do I have to put Dream in one?
What do you got, Eddie?
I would love to see Sabu fight Samoa Joe.
Ooh. How
That'd
about
be
that?
violent.
The closest thing was probably Sabu or Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher.
Yeah.
Andy?
The Rock versus Shawn Michaels back in the day.
Yeah.
That was one that never happened.
It never
I think that would have
happened.
been great. I don't want to see
I don't
now.
understand how
I
you
want
have
them
2
to come
guys
back.
like that and it never happened.
Yeah, it's one of them things that it just didn't happen. Yeah, I think that would be really good.
That's a solid one. I'm gonna shoot my load, and I'm just gonna use my biggest one right now.
I know where you're going, I think.
No, you don't.
No, really, is it something weird?
John Cena.
Okay.
Was he in it? Is
Nope,
that who you're
nope,
thinking?
nope.
Versus Tanahashi.
Oh, I'd
I
watch that.
think
I would
for
watch
me,
that.
that is an actual dream match that I don't think we're gonna see, but I think within the next 2 years, while they're still kind of young, that's the match I want to see.
It could it has the potential to happen, but it won't happen.
It's like such a
it's the ace of one
historic-
versus the ace
Yeah,
of another.
Exactly, and that's the one for me.
Yeah.
I will
I'd
go
watch
old
that.
versus new.
Uh-huh.
I would have loved to seen Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles.
Okay, yeah, that'd be
I
good.
think that's another match that the fans
Remember that was
called
rumored
and
for
never
a
got.
Royal Rumble like 2
Yeah.
years ago.
In Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
And you could rotate AJ with Kenny Omega as well.
Oh, okay.
Sean Kenny would be amazing as
We'll
well.
save that for
Yeah. Ben. No, I said go ahead.
Oh. I thought he called me Ben. I'm like, wait a minute. How about the British Bulldog
Ooh,
versus
the Shockmaster.
Oh, God.
Minoru Suzuki?
Oh, you want to see that?
Yes.
What? That's what you want to see.
It's a hell of a dream.
I like watching
That's
Suzuki
a
wrestle
hell of a
anybody.
dream. All right, Eddie.
I would love to see like prime Jeff Hardy fight Ricochet.
Oh,
That would be pretty
That
good.
would be
yeah,
awesome.
like,
I
be
think that would be
insane.
like just
like Jeff Hardy from about 10 years ago, 2004.
yeah, like just
like WWE
Yeah,
champion. Jeff Hardy.
not TNA champion Jeff Hardy.
maybe in a ladder match.
Yeah.
Let's add that.
Wow,
Let's
that'd
throw
be
that
good.
in there. That would be sick.
Yeah,
I could just imagine some of the spots they would.
I would like to watch that.
I would watch
Yeah.
that in heartbeat.
That would be great.
This one's really easy. Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. Why that didn't happen at WrestleMania, I have no idea. Well, the Rock versus Hogan.
Because Stone Cold
Yeah.
wouldn't buy into Hogan's politics.
All right, I think a match that should main event in general, a category of match that should main event, and it's tag team wrestling. Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks in a ladder match.
Mm.
wow.
Or even TLC.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You could throw the Hardys in there. You could throw Revival in there.
The Dudleys.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. But specifically Edge and Christian versus the Bucks.
Ooh yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you put a tag team one out there. That's good. I'll go. I mean, for the longest time, it's been rumored that Macho Man wanted to end his career against Shawn.
Yeah.
So
Do
that
a whole like a year-long story.
yeah, that would have been awesome to see. But I'm gonna go. Who?
One Man Gang versus Coco Beware.
Shit. I was thinking of a tag team one with the Bucks.
Main Street Posse versus 3MB.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh God. Please don't put us through that. That's worse than things that are on now.
Man, Cactus Jack
Mhm.
versus Pentagon Jr.
Ooh,
That's
I actually
not where
li-
I thought you were
Yeah.
going.
I actually like that. I like that.
That's scary.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna go Cactus Jack versus Mankind versus Duke.
Yeah, oh, God.
And I was like, well, all right.
My dream match is Tyler Ash versus Sobal. No, Cactus Jack versus Pen. I even go in their prime and do a tag and do Terry Funk and Cactus Jack versus the Lucha Bros.
Oh, wow. Phoenix is kind of left out in the dark there because he's
Yeah.
not much of a hardcore guy. But
Did you see Phoenix versus what's his name in who's the
no, it was Pentagon versus
no Phoenix went
Callahan.
against the big dude El Cerno or whatever, King Cerno.
King
Oh,
Cuerno.
yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
where
That's
he
El
literally-
Fantasma.
he
Elio
like-
El Fantasma.
He beat Phoenix up so bad half his mask was
Oh,
ripped
yeah.
off.
Oh, really? Wow.
Bleeding
Yeah.
through it. Yeah.
Hard. It was a
Yeah.
crazy good hardcore match. Yeah. So Phoenix has it in him to do those hardcore matches. So that would be my
Pentagon definitely does. That
Yeah.
hardcore guy from TNA.
Yeah.
He said that?
that would be my tag hardcore
Alright.
match.
There you go.
Will Ospreay versus John Morrison.
I'd watch that.
That'd be a
But
good
John
one.
Morrison, he's one of the guys that like he's just under the radar for some reason.
He put a great match on the PBW.
Him
For
and
just being a
Eli
house show?
Drake in the
Oh,
main
that's what
event.
I missed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good match.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He should be somewhere else right now. Somewhere with more spotlight on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's like the
Is he?
AAA mega champion or something.
I don't know. I don't know if he's there anymore. He was. Is he still in Impact?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got?
What about like a three-way hardcore match with Hardcore Holly, Moxley, Al Snow?
Well,
Oh.
yeah.
I mean,
Al
I've
Snow
met
making
Al
that
Snow
dream
before. He's
match
a pretty cool dude.
list.
And I have met
Hey, Al Snow
two
just
of
made
the
a
three.
dream match. I
Wrestled
love-
one of the three.
Yeah.
That'd be
Possibly could wrestle two of the three. Do girl one. It will happen one day. Charlotte versus Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have a
that's
choice
what's
on that
awesome.
matter.
Man,
Come
I'm
on,
trying
champ.
to. I'm trying to think of a way to throw Gargano in here because I think he's the best wrestler in the world right now. If that's a hot take,
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
heard Cole beat him.
I don't know.
There's
He was hurt.
a dream match that can legit still happen.
Top 10.
That
I
he
mean,
can that I would put Gargano in.
Styles.
No.
Kenny.
No. Daniel.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Oh,
great.
Oh
That
my
would be
god!
great.
Thank you for mentioning Daniel. Daniel Bryan versus Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the stuff during
Yeah.
the Cruiserweight Classic. I thought he was actually going to come up when Daniel Bryan was champion because, like, I saw Mustafa Ali and I was like, wait a second. If they go where I'm thinking they're going with this, and I get to see Brian Kendrick versus Daniel Bryan, and Brian Kendrick hits a burning hammer on Daniel Bryan with head and neck injuries, just like he did to Kota Ibushi, I'm freaking out.
Yeah. I would do Daniel Bryan and Gargano, which is
That's
a legit
wild.
can happen match.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Who would you want to be facing that match?
Gargano.
I think them going in, even if they were both face, it could work either way.
WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, it could work either way, but I would stay the new Daniel Bryan versus Mr. Johnny Wrestling
All right.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a smart way to go.
That would be insane.
All right, that's fair. Rapid fire time.
One more time around. We'll go one more time around.
One more.
Daniel Bryan versus Okada.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be a good one.
oh man.
There's a lot of matches that Daniel Bryan.
I mean, I could
do.
go Shawn Michaels all day. Like
I was
Shawn.
just gonna say like Shawn like prime Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one said Seth yet.
Seth Kenny.
That's
would be
really
awesome.
good, but I think
That'd be
because
He's
right
still
now
too new.
he's
Right.
just like he's there.
He's only
and you
peaking
kind of
yet.
forget how good he is because he's just like
His
Seth
heel
in a tag
run-
match.
And Seth is still kind of peaking too. He hasn't really hit that.
I mean, Seth's
that
great.
mountain.
I don't know.
He's
His
great.
heel stuff when he was champion and he was hitting the Phoenix Splash and
Yeah.
literally just throwing out all of his moves.
I
thought
mean,
that was
even if you go back and you watch AJ versus John Cena, that match was unbelievable.
yep. That's why I had to
AJ carried John Cena through half of that match.
I
too.
thought John Cena.
John
did-
I'm not
Cena
gonna
ain't
say
bad.
that.
Yeah.
He ain't
Cena,
bad.
Cena brought it.
He did.
Cena's done such a good job of
Can I
like,
just throw out for honorable mention? In his prime, Ric Flair versus Jay Lethal.
oh goodbye. Or Macho Man
Yeah.
versus Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Really.
You can't beat me.
Yeah.
That's my line. That's my line.
Oldest ride, longest line.
Black Machismo, Macho Man. Nobody said this guy's name yet. Rob Van Dam. He was so good.
Oh,
Rob Van Dam versus Kenny Omega.
Ooh.
I'd actually
Rob
pay
Van
good
Dam
money
versus
to see
AJ
that
Styles.
Rob
Yeah.
Van Dam Ricochet.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam,
Ooh.
Seth Rollins, Rob Van Dam, Daniel Bryan.
Gargano.
match. Wait, Rob Van Dam then or Rob Van Dam?
Rob Van Dam from 1999.
Van
Yeah.
Dam is so
He was so good.
underrated because he can wrestle a heavyweight, he can wrestle a lightweight, he can wrestle a cruiserweight.
Oh, Rob Van Dam versus Matt Riddle.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be.
Bro.
Rob Van Dam in the G1. That was like,
There you
oh.
go.
Didn't he do a tag match with Sabu earlier in the year?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in Impact again. He re-signed with Impact.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
That's
yeah.
so sick.
They're at the ECW arena. They
yeah.
wrestled Tommy Dreamer and
Oh.
Bubba, I think.
Did we ever get Sandman Stone Cold?
No.
No.
That would be great.
Matt Cross versus Cedric Alexander.
Matt Cross, who was the first match in All In.
Okay.
He was
Matt Cross is
Son
good.
of Havoc
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Lucha Underground.
versus Cedric Alexander.
Was he in Lucha Underground?
No.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander needs to be used.
Yeah.
He has a match with AJ Styles. I've said it. A couple
Any
times,
match with
like,
Matt Cross in it already has potential to be match of the night.
This might be a stupid one, but I think in her prime, I thought she was one of the better female wrestlers of her generation.
Alundra
And I-
Blaze?
And I think
Gail
these
Kim.
two styles would make a really, really good match, especially if maybe even you take someone from their prime as she was and you give her that NXT background.
Mhm.
Molly Holly
Ooh.
versus Bailey.
Okay.
Hmm.
Might be good. Might
The
not
Battle
be.
of the Butts.
It might not be 5 stars, but it'd be pretty good.
The Battle of the Butts.
I think
right
if
there.
I think if Molly Holly was super, like she was way underrated.
Yeah, she was good.
She was one of the better workers that just didn't get her push because she wasn't a blonde with
big tits.
big tits.
Yeah.
But I think if you would have reset Molly Holly, put her in through the NXT come up series and had and have her and Bailey like
Give her a big character.
I think
other than
that
the short-haired
Bailey
chick.
match that everyone that said like oh Bailey versus Sasha Banks, I think if you replace Sasha Banks with Molly Holly,
It's better.
it's a better match.
Paige versus AJ one more time.
Girl AJ, not AJ
Yeah.
Styles. Hulk Hogan, John Cena. That's a match.
Yeah.
I mean, more spectacle, but like,
Right.
The Warrior versus Big E.
oh god,
God.
Warrior Goldberg. Who will fuck up the most?
Yeah. Who will die? Literally,
Yeah.
who will
No,
die.
that's honestly Undertaker Goldberg was
Yeah.
a death match.
Yeah.
The amount of times they were dropped on each other.
What
Oh.
about Taker Sting?
You know,
I don't think
Doesn't
you'll
do
ever
it for
see
me.
that.
I'm not real big on it,
Regardless-
but no,
Triple threat, Taker Sting Abyss.
no, but you take them both from 1999.
Yeah.
that would have been a good match.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best match in the world. But
You take Crow Sting versus Phenom Undertaker and you put them together.
I have a bunch of matches. Not
Entrance alone.
Beer
even if you
Money
don't like
versus
them.
the Revival.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I like Brim. I think they should put
They
them back
need
together.
to bring James Storm back in and
Let's put China in a match. Who would you see China against?
Jeff Jarrett.
Nia,
Naya,
Yeah.
Ronda.
Charlotte,
Andre?
yeah.
Question mark.
China.
China versus Andre?
If China was around now and they built her up when Ronda still wrestled, be a big
Could you
deal. That's a
imagine-
big match.
Can you imagine China's still alive? She doesn't go do porn. She's
Yeah.
not in the whole thing. She has good graces with the company.
Mhm.
Naya comes out and takes the number 29 spot and like goes out there. And
Oh, the
everyone's
women's
like,
Royal Rumble.
I
Clear
don't know in the
style.
men,
No,
in the
the
men's.
men's
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah.
she's like, I don't want to hit people. And then people are like, I don't want to hit a girl.
Yeah.
And then number 30
30,
comes out, and China
treat me like
China
a
then
lady.
beats up R-Truth and comes out and just fucks Nia Jax up. You know what I mean? Like,
And then just starts beating the shit out of other people.
yeah.
She was in the Royal Rumble before.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero versus AJ Styles.
Eddie Guerrero's a good one. Yeah, that'd be good.
Eddie versus Andrade.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
would have loved to see Eddie versus Sean.
Eddie versus Seth. Yeah, Eddie versus Sean. We'll go Eddie versus.
You can put him against anyone though, basically.
Eddie Ricochet.
Oh,
Okay,
what
if we're
a
gonna
match.
go here with the He Who Shall Not Be Named,
Oh.
if we're gonna go there, how about
No
him?
one said his name.
Him
yet.
and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
You can get that in one ROH. I believe they wrestled. I mean, they
Did they?
I think they did once, or maybe it was IWA Mid South or something.
Or the match
How
that was
about-
supposed to
how
happen,
about-
He Who Shall Not Be Named versus Punk.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
supposed to be for the title.
How about you take the Radicals? They were a three or four,
Four-man
right?
stable.
Four.
Yeah.
Radicals versus
Undisputed.
Undisputed.
No,
Era.
that'd be great. Yeah.
Ooh, in like a
Wait.
War Games.
Wait,
In a War
wait,
Games.
Perry Saturn in shape or Perry Saturn like 5 years into the WWE?
Oh,
Perry Saturn immediately comes into the WWE.
at his,
Okay.
at his best.
Yeah.
I like when he was in the tag team.
Here's
he
a
was really good.
Moppy versus
Luminators.
Lil Jimmy.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. You
Versus
got.
Head.
Lil Jimmy
I remember Little Jimmy.
versus Moppy.
We'll go 4 horsemen.
Ooh.
the Flock,
Undisputed.
Undisputed Era, the Radicals.
Oh, War Games.
That's a lot of meat in the pot.
Yeah.
The Invisible
Maybe too
Man
much.
versus Little Jimmy.
Versus God.
versus God.
Well, they had Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. That happened at the Joey Jones.
Oh
show.
yeah, that's right. The crowd.
It's
was
crazy,
loving
The
like-
it.
table just shatters out of nowhere, and the whole crowd reacts to it like it's
That was
nobody's business.
all.
What's his
The
name?
ref.
Joey Ryan versus Val Venus.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, I just watched the Orange Cassidy Joey Ryan match
Oh, really?
in like an indie thing, and it was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's something
Yeah.
different,
And I get that Orange Cassidy doesn't want to be that wrestler that wants to go all out and be
Oh yeah, that's a strike.
just be that guy. But his shit is just too funny.
His
Like,
match with David
he's cool.
Starr is really good.
He's a cool guy.
David
He's
Starr's
cool.
trying to
I brought that up
actually
last week. How
be
David
his
Starr
guy.
was one of the, like literally, it's literally.
I went back and watched it after you told me about it at Hot Rod that night. I was
Yeah.
like, no
It's
way.
completely completely underrated, but Fire Ant's a really good wrestler, and there's a connection. Just put that out there.
How about Orton versus Ospreay in a battle
Yeah.
of Indy versus
Yeah,
guy who hates fluffy
Ospreay's
shit.
put on a lot of mass too.
Right. I think those two would put on a good match.
You know what I'd like to see? Scott Steiner
No, Big Papa Pump.
and Lesnar in a last man standing.
Wait, Scott Steiner before the roids or Scott Steiner after?
Like peak.
Oh,
Like,
How about
Big Papa
Big
Pump.
Bad
Pump.
Big Daddy.
I want the original Steiner Bros
Oh.
versus Team Angle, Kurt
Yeah.
Angle team
Ooh.
versus a Team Alpha,
American Alpha.
American Alpha.
Yeah.
World's
I thought
greatest,
it was
the world's greatest tag team, right? That was
Yeah,
Yeah.
world's greatest tag team.
Shelton and
So that would be
Charlie Haas.
6 All-Americans in wrestling in college wrestling each other.
That'd actually be crazy.
That'd be
Yeah.
really cool.
Fatal 4, Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, Chris Jericho. All right, no, you'll get not Chris Jericho, Morrison, and Dolph Ziggler. Fatal 4-way match.
Wouldn't be bad.
It's a super kick
Yeah, super
party.
kick. Bucks come to running.
Yeah.
Super kick, everyone
The
leave.
Usos come in too, because why not?
Here's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
here's another Lucha Bro match. Lucha Bros versus Ultimo Dragon, Rey Mysterio, WCW Cruiserweight style.
Wow, that'd be
Wow.
pretty good.
Wow.
That'd be pretty cool.
Dragon. I used to love playing as him on Here Comes the Pain.
It's so
Yeah.
hard to find a match for Jericho because
He wrestled everybody.
he's wrestled everybody now at
Right.
this
Just
point.
think about it. Who didn't he wrestle?
Yeah.
That's probably his goal. He just
Yeah.
wants to wrestle.
Like, and who didn't he cross paths with at least once?
Yeah.
He's crossed paths with Flair.
Yeah.
He's crossed
Yeah.
paths with Hogan.
Maybe Gargano or Cole.
Yeah, they
The mic work with him and Cole would be fantastic.
But that could have happened because Adam Cole might be. out there.
even like I know we keep putting him out there and maybe people think he's overrated, but like Dream Jericho would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Jericho
Human
would get-
Tornado
get just
versus
about-
Orange Cassidy.
You ever see Human Tornado?
No.
Oh, he's good.
He's another
retired,
comedy
yeah.
guy. He loves to do like he'll literally like they call his backhand the pin
Yeah.
pan. You're like pin pan.
And then he had balls of steel. Too.
Yeah,
He couldn't,
like
he
you're
couldn't
gonna give him a low
balls.
blow and
Yeah.
you'll hit him in the nuts and he's just
He was
like,
Well,
A tall, skinny black guy with the
the
fro.
low blow
and he
worked.
danced all the time.
Low blow worked on Joey Ryan when Orange Cassidy spit the orange juice on his dick.
Oh, nice.
oh.
And it was the kryptonite to the dick, and he was able to low blow him and beat him.
That's awesome.
But it's just funny because like you'll give him the low blow and then it was like he pin pans the kid into the corner and then he comes over and starts like doing a dance and he's like stomping in the corner.
Scott Steiner versus Joey Ryan just happened, and Scott Steiner gave him an atomic drop and
Oh.
blew his knee out and lost. I think that was like
Oh.
he's like, check my knee. Like,
What if you had to do like a battle of the gimmicks? Like put two ridiculous gimmicks against.
So
each
like
other?
Santino versus Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
ooh.
Or something really like you pull out
Big
the
Papa
goon or
Pump
something.
in a 3-way against Joey Ryan and Hangman Page.
Hey man, it's just a normal guy. Why am I here?
Yeah.
No, but like they all did like the dick gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to put Val Venus.
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, Val Venus.
Yeah.
Val Venus has to be
Austin
there.
Aries would have to be in that. He talked about his package.
The Austin Star was in it.
Yeah.
You
All
know,
right.
probably a decent match, like gimmick wise, like Velveteen and Hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I agree. Hurricane would have been amazing in ECW, like the old school ECW.
As like another like Spike Dudley.
Or him
guy,
and
just
Nova
get
could have
thrown
tagged up because Nova was the superhero guy.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. But that'll do it. We'll wrap that up. So we're gonna go around the table here, and let's get some plugs out.
Am I starting?
Yeah, you started up.
Let me pull up my phone first because I got.
Well, then let's go.
All
Yeah,
right, then we'll go. We'll start. We'll go.
we got Outbreak
Oh
Wrestling.
wait, time out. I actually got texts
Whoa.
from my friend Sam Simonitis, who's watching the podcast.
What's up, Sam?
And
Is that who we watched? We watched.
Thanks for watching.
Double or Nothing with.
no, that's Richard.
Okay.
He sent me 2 dream matches.
Oh,
And
awesome.
He has NWO versus DX
Okay.
and Seth Rollins versus Edge.
That would be
That's
pretty,
a
that'd be
good-
pretty good one. Yeah,
I'm
no
cool
one said
with that.
Edge.
I mean, Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I didn't miss any others. But you can
Yeah.
go with
Go ahead,
that.
Andy.
The Outbreak Wrestling.
Outbreak
is
Wrestling this Saturday.
Temple Fire Company, Temple, PA. Tickets are $15. The next week is PPW at the Holy Family Academy in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Or I'll be wrestling someone that I can't announce yet. But TJP and Summer Rae are there. So
Are you excited for this match?
Yeah, it should be pretty good.
You finally get to work this one.
I know. It's like, hey,
Can I work?
He can wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put me in all the
Yeah.
gimmicks all the time.
Yeah. Let's yeah.
Yeah. Get your thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other match that he suggested, Stone Cold versus Punk.
Hey,
No,
yeah.
that was a match that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So June 23rd at the Crimson House. It's an acoustic show. No rain checks.
Downtown
How
Plattsburgh.
you doing that? Cajon?
What's that?
They're playing who's the guitar, a bass, and a cajon, or how you doing it?
Yeah. Max is gonna play guitar. I don't know what Josh is doing for that, but I know
He's gonna slap the
But
box.
did you see that meme, not to interrupt you, where it's like the band's announced an acoustic tour and Joe was like, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Dave got that
Yeah,
new
you can do
setup Dave has a cajon and then a small snare drum that's made of wood.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's called a brush box.
Yeah,
He's
wow.
supposed to play with brushes on it.
Okay.
He's been
Yeah.
playing with like
Real
like hot
sticks.
rod,
Like a
sticks.
plastic sticks, yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounds
Okay.
awesome.
Oh yeah,
Your dad has a cool little acoustic setup too.
yeah, dude. He started playing with a cajon with an auxiliary pedal, and then he'll play a snare, and he has 2 bongos set up as
Oh,
toms,
that's cool.
basically.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna see the full Collins bunch back in action?
Man, we talked about it on the podcast.
Is that including
before.
Billy?
It would probably,
Oh,
yeah.
Billy
he
would
probably-
join.
He'd probably either open it or he'd probably come up for some songs. I mean, we did it. I don't know how many years ago now.
Yeah.
It was like 12 years ago or something like that, and it was awesome. But I would love to do it again.
I actually heard your brother play and sing for the first time in a video that Courtney shared.
Oh yeah,
He's good,
Keith?
man. Yeah.
Chris. Yeah,
Chris is good. Like, he's a good voice.
yeah,
I never heard him sing.
yeah. He didn't start until like
Gorilla
Gorilla
Pack.
Pack really started taking
Yeah.
off, and
Wow.
he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just do it."
Yeah.
That's how you gotta be when you're performing.
Yeah, man.
He's like, oh, I'm a Collins. Can I play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can,
Yeah, I
do,
can
this.
do it.
Yeah, I can do
It's
So is
this.
Billy gonna be a full-time member of the Gorilla Pack?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, I would love to have him play more with us and stuff. I mean, I wasn't there for that show, obviously,
Right.
but it would have been really cool to be there.
I
to
mean,
see
for
it.
the amount of people that was there, like it was incredible. And,
He's
like,
doing a good job. Like,
Yeah.
he's not
I'm
afraid.
so
To,
proud of that kid.
he's not afraid to go up in front of a crowd and do it.
No, he just did.
he
2 shows
conquered
last
his
Saturday,
fear
too.
really quick of being in front of a crowd of people.
He did.
During the Japan 4 show, we're like, get up there and sing. He goes, no. And we literally picked him up and put him on stage.
Yeah.
Like you have no choice in the matter. You're singing the
That's-
song.
the last Japan 4 show I did a trip, and I brought him up to sing a Bayside song with me, and he killed it.
Yeah.
And then he did 2 shows this past Saturday. He played at Pressed.
And then he
Coffee
went-
shop,
opened
and
up
then
for
he opened
Press is a
Carrier.
cool little area. That's a nice sweet spot if you
Love
want to
it.
go acoustic.
Absolutely love it there.
Mhm.
I hope I get
Too bad
to
it
do
wasn't
the show.
bigger.
All right, what
Yeah.
do you got coming up, Eddie?
Oh, hold up. I wasn't
I have
finished yet.
nothing,
Oh,
man.
go ahead.
I got all right. So then June 28th, another acoustic one at Conversation Cafe.
Oh, I forgot about that. When
And
is that?
then-
The 27th of this month?
Or 28th of June. So yes.
All right.
And then July.
I have a date I get to pick where I get to sit up and do my live podcast. So maybe I'll sit up the same night.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
July 27th, No Rain Checks plus Look Alive at Strikers.
Ooh.
And then we have another show that I'm not going to announce yet because it's still in the works, but it might be on my birthday, July
yeah?
20th.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're a band and you're looking for a band who's hungry and really wants to get out there and do their thing, get No Rain Checks, because I guarantee the energy they're going to bring as your opener. You know how like when you're normally in a band, your first set, your second set, and then everyone kind of starts getting into it mid-second, third. I feel like if you put their band as your opener, you're going to start with a hot crowd.
Yeah.
Because they did like, so when they kind of had to rearrange the Goodfellas show and they put Look Alive first because they had to go do something. Like one of the guys had to work the next day.
The drummer, I think.
Then they played second, and then it was Apollo 88, and they ended with Terry James.
Yeah,
They went up and just killed it.
it's awesome.
Like, so when Apollo 88 took the stage, the crowd was already into it.
Mhm.
And you guys do some pretty obscure covers that not a lot of people do.
Yeah, and that's like a huge thing.
And the whole
That's
crowd
really-
smells like bacon after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do it though.
Yeah.
Like, you got to kind of keep people on their toes because
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear the same shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, because when we first started playing, we would play at Deer Lake Pub,
Yeah.
and we would do the open mics, and we would hear a lot of the same songs. And then like we used to play Zombie a whole lot by the Cranberries,
Yeah.
and then like a bunch of bands started playing that.
Yeah.
We're like,
I think that's kind of the
Lego
general.
Bad Wolves.
They do Psychobilly Freakout.
That's awesome. Actually, it's funny because when Max added me on Facebook,
Yeah.
I kind of like dove into some of his videos to just see, and I saw a bunch of the videos from Deer Lake, and like, you guys are doing some cool shit.
thank
Yeah.
you, I
Yeah,
appreciate
very
it.
cool.
And their original is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they keep that punk theme to their whole set too. They don't really dive out of it.
it's awesome.
We go to whatever the like bill is supposed to fit. Like
Yeah.
the punk rock prompt, we brought punk music.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Exactly.
Everybody else brought
they'll
what they
go
felt
punk,
like.
Right.
they'll
If
go
you
punk,
can-
they'll go heavy, they'll do heavy metal. They'll
If
do
you can be
acoustic
versatile,
shows.
you're gonna be fine.
And that's
That's
that's our whole thing.
Yeah,
Like,
be versatile.
we want to make sure we'll put out music that anyone will want to hear.
Yeah.
So did you guys learn the Alistair Black theme yet?
I know it.
You play it, you play it, people are like, what the fuck is that?
Again,
But thank you.
no problem.
I don't really have much coming up. If you're in the UK or Europe and,
Yeah.
you want to come see Crowbot, hit me up. Throw you on the guest list.
Buy tickets for Skookstock.
Yeah. and just go on Facebook and look up Mahantungo and Look Alive and No Rain Checks and all these cool local bands and go support music.
Yeah.
Go
Support
see
that.
Andy wrestle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
support
hell yeah.
that local stuff, man. Local wrestling, local music. It's
Yeah.
it's all there, man. It's so much fun. What do you got?
Andy pretty much covered my two that I had, but you guys know my circumstances, what I got going on right now. But Skookstock, August 24th. Let's make this happen. Let's, no pun intended, let's make Skook great again.
Yeah. I honestly, my personal goal, I want 400. And I'm lowballing it. That's what I want 4.
You're gonna get that.
I want to see people crowd surf. Like,
Ooh.
like I want to see a crowd surf.
Yeah.
So
I
the
think
cool
you did
thing
it
is,
right though. You
Yeah.
gave enough time for people to be excited about it.
You have a
Yeah.
full month of July to go through. And
Yeah.
basically almost all of
You
August.
have 2 months to get ready for it.
Yeah. and the stage, I mean, the stage is not huge, but it's a nice size stage.
Yeah.
It's gonna fit. It's gonna work. It has an extension piece, so the band can kind of walk out. So if you're in a band,
cool.
get something wireless so you can go have some fun. And then we're gonna line people up. Now it's not like super high. It's a good stage because it's not like Goodfellas where you're looking down on the crowd.
Your eye level.
You're not eye level, but
You raised a little.
you're raised a little.
Yeah.
But you're still personal. Like if you walk up to the edge of the stage, I can touch you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think those venues, like to me, like a Strikers.
It's always more
like,
fun seeing it there in a
Yeah,
stadium.
like a Trippin' Billy's, like when they play at Strikers, Trippin' Billy's. When you are on the Roundhouse, when you're right there and you can just get in the guy's face and you can just like get into it with them, it's more personal.
Like,
Everyone's more engaged.
Yes.
Those intimate shows always you always lead with crazy memories,
Yeah.
no
Yes.
matter what it is.
Yes.
Like
So
it can be
that's-
the smallest band.
That's what I truly love. Now, if it happens to rain that day,
Mhm.
it is a
Hopefully it
higher
doesn't.
stage. It's a much higher stage, which would be cool for maybe like someone jumping off it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I can see Brett.
Now you
doing
guys
that.
plan on doing like a meet and greet at all with your fans?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's
It's-
probably not.
it
Being a
doesn't-
CD release?
I don't think you really need a meet and greet because they're gonna
No.
walk around and hang out.
They're
I
gonna
mean,
be there, yeah.
Everybody in the band's kind of just like
That's something we
they're just really accessible.
They're not superstars when they sit
and that's
backstage.
and that's what he was saying.
hide
Like,
the whole
oh,
time.
maybe do like a meet and greet or sell an extra ticket. I was like, I don't have to with any of those bands there
Yeah.
because
And-
they're not like gonna put themselves in a room that you have to pay more to see
Right.
them.
Yeah.
That's just not
They're-
any band style.
And I
That's
see
there.
so
I
many
mean, Bad
bands-
Maggie might do that.
Yeah.
I see so many bands do that anymore where it's like, oh, we're doing a VIP package and you get all this stuff and you get to meet the band and get a photo session, all this stuff. But like all those dudes just hang around after the show anyway.
Yeah.
So why pay an extra $100
Yeah.
just to go in a room and get like your picture taken?
And it's so
whatever else?
awkward because it's like it's so forced.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
It's not genuine.
Yeah.
no.
Now here's another thing too and this is why I'm saying and I'm not just saying to get your tickets now so it's easier so I can see what's going on, but if you pay for your ticket now, especially if you're bringing a couple people, I know $25 is higher than what you would normally get in Skook, but you're getting 8 bands and 2 of them are national acts. So there's a spoiler there. The other band that we're bringing in is another national act band. So you're getting 2 national act bands. You're getting a seated release party. Pay for your tickets now. So the day of the event, bring a couple extra bucks and buy some merchandise. Buy the brand new Crowbot album.
No, tickets will be more to the door if people do wait.
Nope, same price.
Okay,
same
You
price.
got food, you got drink, you got vendors, you got a good time waiting.
Yeah.
There's camping available for people who don't feel like they're okay to drive.
Take care of your ticket price now. So then in 2 months, you'll have a little more extra money in your pocket. You're not below another 25 the day of the door. That 25 can get you the new album, which is going to have 2 variants if you buy vinyl. It's going to be a purple vinyl.
There's a purple and then there's a pink purple marble.
Yeah, like
That's
a marble.
cool.
Yeah. So there's 2 vinyls. There's going to be a CD. Going to be merchandise, T-shirts, and that's just for Crowbot. Every other band's going to have their merch too. So pay your ticket now. So when you get to the event, you have more money to support your local guys.
And say $5 a week.
Yeah,
and you have tons of money.
100%. And because I know me, I'll be leaving there with a lot of T-shirts. You know what I mean?
I can't afford any more T-shirts.
Neither,
I looked at my drawers the last couple days, I'm like,
I have so many. It's crazy. I would like to come, but there's 2 wrestling
sick.
shows, and I might have to do both. So
yeah.
we'll leave a ticket for you.
Well, I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, unless you like cancel and just come hang out with us.
Yeah, I can't cancel 2 shows.
Give them a month and a half. Just
Yeah.
like find somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang
Well,
out.
True has that. I think it's their big one, Fight for a Miracle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me think. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then the Outbreak.
Well, we are going till 2 a.m. So
Yeah.
We will be there literally all day.
It is the big one with Rhino, Hornswoggle, Ace Austin, Jonathan Gresham, and the Spirit Squad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You lost
Minus
me at
Dom
Spirit
Ziggler.
Squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be a blast. I'm super pumped. Like I said, if it doesn't rain, the outside's awesome. If it does rain, the inside is huge.
At least there's an inside, so
it's
you
like
just move it inside.
it's like a giant long hallway.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
At least there's a backup.
Yeah. And like that's why we're selling 800, 900 tickets, because we can still put 900 people indoors.
It'd be great.
Yeah. So even if you buy a ticket and it rains, you're not gonna be like, well, you're not out of your money. There's still gonna be a show, rain or shine.
Yeah.
Just one might be indoors, one's gonna be outdoors. I want the outdoors. There's a place for a huge bonfire.
I'm sorry, but at the end of August, I don't want to be inside.
Yeah.
It's too nice to be inside.
It's gonna be blast.
How's parking?
Tons of parking
cool,
space. Yeah,
cool,
there's
good.
fields everywhere.
Nice.
You know
It's
what?
all on private land.
Screw it. I'm just gonna say it now. We're gonna have the bonfire after it's all said and done. We're gonna get Crowbot.
I was gonna say that might be a little dangerous.
Is that a Saturday?
bonfire?
Yeah,
Is that a Saturday?
Saturday night.
And there might be lawsuits there.
I'll
so-
put it on the line right now. If I'm still holding this time of the year, I 100% guarantee that I will be there.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm sure Max will too. Josh, on the other hand, he's going to be out of the area, but us two will be there
Cool.
if I'm still champion.
If you're still champion.
Yeah.
The belt's gone to his head.
There's SummerSlam would have went by. I think I'm gonna be at the beach for
SummerSlam will be the week before our show.
There you
Oh,
go.
is it? Oh, okay. So it's like the 16th or whatever.
Yeah.
So if I win the SummerSlam predictions,
And there's also.
Are you bringing that with you?
oh yeah,
Is there a
I'll
take-
wear it up with me.
Is there
Maybe.
a takeover for before?
Maybe if we get
Probably.
if
We get our belt by then.
There's stomping
Yeah.
grounds as well, but
Are we doing one for that?
what?
Stomping grounds.
I don't know.
We're just not personally, I'm not.
I don't give a shit about it. Really, to be honest
I
with
mean,
you.
if the PWS makes one, then we'll
It's
do it.
fun. It's fun to guess even if you don't watch the show.
we agreed to PWS that like we'll talk to them if they come in.
Oh,
Oh, now he did it.
we're good.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
We're good.
He's
But,
going to change it slightly.
We agreed we'll try and do it each opportunity that we get. So
All right.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. A lot of really cool stuff happening. I just can't stress enough, man. The support.
Yeah.
The support.
I
we've
would
been
go
getting.
if I.
We started this. I mean, I started this in November of last year. We're up to almost 90 some episodes on YouTube between our 4 shows, including our 5th. You know, we put some content out for that one as well. I mean,
Stomping Ground is next Sunday, not this Sunday. Next Sunday.
we're here less a
We have
year.
to sit through another week.
Yeah. We've been here less a year, and we just put a festival together as a podcast. You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
it's not
awesome.
too often you hear a podcast putting together something big like this.
we're trying. I mean, I'm definitely trying to get the word out there and have more people know about this.
I shared
'cause-
it today. So
Yeah, we're gonna have fun, man. I'm telling you, jump on the train now because we're doing big shit. You know what I mean? And like, it's just fun. It's a good time. And some of the interviews we do, we're all doing local people with some amazing local stories, and more of that's just gonna keep coming. So continue to support us and help us out. And we'll see you guys soon. That's going to wrap it up for Tornado Tag Podcast. We will be here this Sunday doing a Bangin' Beers.
That's just I pushed the belt for the last second.
Not quite sure who's going to be on Bangin' Beers. I would like to have a big guest list so I can clear some of this out of my fridge.
Or just one huge drunk.
There you go.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep watching the shows and get ready for Skookstock.
Woo.